because he's so good, Chris. But I think they'll go head-to-head.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'll be doing this live stream. So yeah, let's get straight into the live stream. Leon Cameron's last coaching game. So it should be a game. Giants are going to come. They're going to be physical against a red-hot Carlton outfit. So it should be a good stream. Just waiting for the game to start. Fremantle seem to be losing by quite a bit over the Gold Coast Suns, who are looking to pull off another upset. They keep on rising at the moment.
So bet I'm going to take is the Blues to win that last quarter line. They can either even this one or
should be a good game. Just found out news on Jack Steele. He is injured and he could be gone for 8 to 9 weeks at max. Yeah, it's not good. That's all. So yeah, hopefully the viewers can pick up soon.
There's a great deal of sadness at Fox today. Following the news, we lost another one of our beloved Fox cricket colleagues. Andrew Simons died in a car accident last night, aged 46. He was one of a kind, Roy. He was a very proud Queenslander, an extraordinary cricketer, and a loving father to Chloe and Billy.
If you may have not noticed, I've got a bit of a different background. Just thought that it'd be a bit better to have a different background for this game, and hopefully I won't be able to lose the stream due to my laptop going flat this week. So yeah, the Gold Coast Suns seem to be doing it quite nicely at the moment over Fremantle. Not good for them. They've got to pick up their game. Not good at all for Freo. Good news for them, Levi Casbolt hasn't done that much. He's only kicked a goal and a point. It's nearly halfway through the third quarter. It makes our win against the Suns look very, very nice to Collingwood, even though we did lose that game to the Doggies the other night. It's a bad game.
Amy does.
Everything that we do here is for our customers. We get the lowest prices.
So yeah, the game should start soon. Should be a good game. I haven't tipped it to be game of the round. I mean, I thought the Essendon game last night was going to be game of the round, but they smashed. And the Western Bulldogs Collingwood game could have been good too. And I thought the Gold Coast Fremantle game would be good. I think the Gold Coast Suns will challenge them. They have, and looks like they're going to win the game, which is really surprising. Fremantle's percentage is definitely going to drop. At the moment, it's dropped by like 9%. So yeah, they don't want to lose too much of the percent. Medical subs are in. Bobby Hill and Matthew Cottrell for Carlton and GWS. So we've got just about 5 minutes now till the game starts.
Whether you're shouting at mate, grabbing an arvo pick-me-up, sharing fries, or not, we think it's time you get a little something in return. Introducing My Macca's Rewards. Earn points with your Macca's run and redeem even more of what you love. Value means more at Macca's.
He looks a different athlete this year, and what an exciting start to the season.
Cripps, that'll do the job. Cripps, can he score another? Of course he can. No problems at all from the superstar. Frederick, he was well tackled. Cripps got
Got Patrick Cripps back in to my fantasy this week. I think he'll be tagged though, so I can put him as captain. I'm not sure if they're planning to tag him. Hang on. This could be the difference in my fantasy. I may captain him here.
Interestingly, when we've been looking at the stats,
Always does amazing.
He's never kicked more than 13 goals in a season. He's sitting on 13 goals and it's round 9, so he's punishing on the scoreboard as well.
Yeah, he is. He's rated number 1. The midfield.
Seems to be a bit of a delay here on
contest
Kyle.
where this year he's had a full pre-season, his body's fine, and we had to kind of change our game plan around to this, not suit Patrick Cripps, but
How's it going? Geelong rep sounds like we're in for a good game.
to help him out in a bit. And where
Unfortunately, yesterday it's great to see the Saints get up against Geelong. First time in like 6-7 years. Amazing feeling for the Saints. Probably going to be the upset of the round too.
I don't think Tagging's going to do anything.
Not sure much tippers probably tipped that to happen.
He's so hard to tackle, and when he goes forward,
Except maybe this Gold Coast versus Fremantle game that's currently going.
Wanting to watch the Gold Coast Fremantle match, you can do so over on Channel 503. But what do you think? Don't even bother tagging him?
No, you got a beast of a midfield yourself. Back yourself in to win that, and that's what the Giants have pretty well always done. They have tagged.
Doesn't look like they're going to tag him, so maybe I should put him as captain. Sounds like. Well, I mean, again, that's not their game plan. That's what the commentators want him to do.
He just looks big. He feels
My
big.
opponent doesn't even have Patrick
I don't
Cripps.
think he can play one short in the
I like
midfield
to
against
captain a
him,
player
especially
that's
when
going to
you've
do
got the
good
same
that
type
my
of
opponent
beast,
doesn't have.
not quite as big as
Therefore,
him.
I've got a better
So
chance of
your
winning.
game is predicated upon winning the ball at the stoppage. It can't change now.
I'm going to captain Paddy Cripps.
Winning that border stoppage and
I
going
backed him
forward
in.
running offensively off Cripps, I think that'll make him work harder. And every
He'll
chance
be
you
good.
get, bumper bar him, stop his run because he's looking to forward. He's looking to get forward at every.
Yeah, I've
opportunity
seen the
to
scores.
drag his
It
opponent
does look
down
very,
there,
very good.
because
Could
they
be
look
upset of the round.
50, so
I tipped Fremantle to only win the game by 5 points. I knew Gold Coast were going to challenge them. I could see it happening after them challenging and beating Sydney. Looks like they're going to challenge and beat again. Unless they just give up and Fremantle come back and win the game.
This now means
Because Fremantle's just got to take those chances. If they want their top 4 spot, they've just got to win games like this. Same with Geelong. Western Bulldogs as well. Like they back Collingwood clearly because they want finals more.
Still only played 70 games. So he's still
Murray Mackay isn't playing today, so it may be a bit close.
That's great one-on-one.
Yeah, Geelong's third term, specifically in the second half of the third term, wasn't that great. But I think it was an overall team performance. I don't think they really showed up on the day. But they still managed to score quite a bit on a great St Kilda defence. I think they bet them in possessions a lot. I mean, I think the difference really was Fincy in the end. This game looks wet. It looks hard. It looks like it's going to be one of the most low-scoring games of the season.
I think Paddy Cripps wins. They go to the right-hand side.
So, toss. Patrick Cripps wins the toss for Carlton. And big game. They probably should switch over to the Channel 7 commentators.
I've gone through my tips. I tipped a GWS. I actually had tipped them. Look,
I've given up on GWS this season. I don't tip them anymore. They disappointed me last week against Geelong. I don't tip them anymore.
They've got Carlton's measure.
In upsets,
Now, their number one strike
I don't think they've been upset here for Leon Cameron. I know they've got to, and they're like, not. I don't think they're favourites, but they'd certainly be close to being favourites.
But yeah, in saying that, Harry's out. But I'm still going to stay with Carlton, but Harry's out, and their coaches GWS.
I'll bet you an ice cream.
Bet you an ice cream? Okay, deal.
Looks like they're about to change over to the Channel 7 commentators.
I apologise to Derm. He's got a little stash up here, and I said, Derm, I got a confession.
George Hewitt's back, which is good for my fantasy.
All right, here we go. It's time for the first quarter at
So, Carlton versus GWS. They'll hand over to the Channel 7 commentators. Should be good commentating then.
As Giants coach, and he bids farewell at the Giants' home ground there in Sydney. We'll be back.
This is always going to be a big game, a good game, and it's just become even better with Leon Cameron leaving. It's going to be really, really close, I reckon. So here we go.
The final 4 quarters for Leon Cameron. Sunday afternoon football at Giants Stadium. It is Carlton and GWS to go at it. DeConey and Bruce in the middle of the ground.
Here we go, ball in.
Underway.
And the Giants probably should have won the clearance there, but fumbled. There's Tom Green, Kelly. That's a good start for the Giants. Look at them flick around the handballs. They've got it to the wing. Oh, big heavy knock. Oh, Lockie Ash. Good body contest there by Plowman. There's young Carroll. Now the Giants going back to the wing. Well done. Brilliant, Mark Plowman. He started very, very nicely for Carlton. So good start by the Blues.
Down the line he goes. Silvani there. Bruce also a big man to get around. Little handball comes out to Hewitt. Now
Silvani, Chera, dribble kick forward. May work for Kerno. Bending shots. Just missed a lot. Harriman fished it over, out of bounds.
Yeah, it certainly is. Especially today, BT. We've seen Carl go forward twice now, reluctant to kick it long and deep.
Sorry. A good start for the Giants midfielders. Good start for Carlton defenders. There's Durden. Oh, big heavy contest. And Durden. Oh, look at that. What a goal. Corey Durden. I'm going to need him to have a big, big, big game for my fantasy. And he started well. Great goal.
He's back to that era between 79 and 82 BT when that was Carlton's trademark.
Gold Coast just got him behind. One on Corey Durden. 2 disposals and a goal already. Brilliant start for him. And already the debutant, young Motlop getting early taste at the big time as well. They just backed Corey Durden to play every single game this season, and that was just a brilliant finish. Come on, Carlton.
So we spoke about that earlier. They're small forwards. They've been very, very busy, and that was just composure, goal sense, straight over the umpire's hat. Back to the middle, umpires bouncing it superbly so far in these 2 bounces. Clearance out of the middle by...
There's Tom Green. He's won the 2 clearances. Again, brilliant kick, but Doherty did well.
He's had that good a year, hasn't he, Jono? But he could be leading the best clearance at this stage, Tom Green. Yeah, look, he's going okay. He's really getting in and under, really giving some good clearance work at the moment through this early...
Broadcasting signal doesn't be the best here.
Electing to go wide here, looking for Kerno.
So there's Charlie Kerno. Look at him go. He wants to go. Good looking kick and good defense by the Giants. Now Sard wraps up Canelio. That had to be incorrect disposal there, Canelio. That can't be a kick. Look at the Giants go forward. Carlton's got a free kick. Carlton get the free kick against Toby Green. Yeah, it's a bit of a rough tackle there on Lockie Plowman. And there go the Blues. They've got it out to the wide wing and they'll send it to the top of the square at the back of the pack. And Nick Hayes. And pass to Kelly. Kelly, that's a really weird kick. Motlop run past the ball, the debutant. And Carlton just putting enough pressure on GWS as they exit defence. And again, the broadcasting signals reached and Mark. So they should send this to the top of the square. They don't. They're just going wide. That's a drop mark by that GWS Giant player. And now Chera. Incorrect disposal, surely, on Chera. And now a snap. That's gone through. Sammy Walsh. Great start, Carlton. We've got the first 2. Leon Cameron is not happy at all. Great start by Carlton. Lockie Plowman's had 5 disposals already. Yeah, brilliant start by Carlton. I've tipped them today by 15 points. should be an absolute cracker.
Sensational work here from Carlton. As you can see, just that scrap once it goes to ground, just to be able to work through, find a way, keep working and get the opportunity to get that shot on goal from Sam Walsh and a really quality finish.
So, good start by Carlton. GWS have to pick up their game. They've won their first two centre clearances of the game. Let's see who wins it again. It's going to go to Carlton. Fisher, Chera, Norris, Doherty. Now Sard. So they've gone all the way to half back. It's a very, very small ground here at Giant Stadium. And now Doherty wants to send it to the wing. Again, the broadcasting's got really bad internet. May have to fix that soon. We've got to do something about this, Carlton.
Now the transition out to Wiedering.
He's going to switch. Nice and slow, controlling the footy. Long balls in our forward. The mark. DeConning off the ground. And Giants have enough defenders. And is that a deliberate rush behind? I don't think it is. A rush behind the Carlton. Minus score. So a good start by Carlton. 2 goals, 1-13 plays. Giants yet to score. And Giants will take the kick in. So they'll just send it long and wide. Close to the wing. And that's a brilliant mark by Matthew Kennedy. That's a decent looking kick. And now Manoes. So can the two small men have goals? That's a decent looking kick. Just missed. Very, very close. Gold Coast kick another behind. Just behinds in that game. Freo have done nothing for like 3 quarters now. Ever since quarter time. Again, the broadcasting signal doesn't seem to be the best today.
They're just blazing away outside their defensive 50. Carlton are one of the better teams that set up good behind the football.
So the Giants just kick mark, trying to get it out of the Carlton forward half.
Which is precisely what they're doing here.
They are definitely struggling.
Keith goes conservatively towards the boundary line. Plowing there, down to Jude.
Yeah, certainly. You'd see that front half domination at the moment from Carlton. And the Giants have yet to take the ball inside 50, so haven't been able to pierce the forward half. But they just need to get that tempo game going, as Jono mentioned.
We talked about Paddy Cripps being the 3rd tallest.
Good start by Carlton.
He's the ruckman at the moment. It's a mismatch.
Cripps trying to go into the ruck. Carroll, Hewitt, Kennedy, Chera. And Doherty sends it long. And no, Silvani so close. Kennedy, Callaghan. And that's not the best kick. There's Lockie O'Brien, long and drop mark by Kerno. And Walsh for a second. That's coming back. It's in. Carlton. It's all Carlton. They've got 3 goals, and Sam Walsh, if he keeps up this masterclass, this could be my video for the week. 2 goals, 4 touches, 30 fantasy points. What a start by him. It's all Carlton. It's all Carlton on the top of the stats. So many Carlton players.
This is a great start by the Blues at the
This,
moment.
I think Freo can come back from this. There's like a minute left, and it's 44-17.
He's going to go back. He's playing a different role today. He's playing a half forward role, almost like the old centre half forward. He's charging off the line once the ball is.
So brilliant stuff by Carlton. Great start. And DeConning. I think he just said that GWS have not had a disposal in their forward half, and it's absolutely shocking. I'm just going to fix it right now. This is ridiculous.
They're just unable to run the ball out and maintain possession. So Owi's here. with the free, and it comes off the back of the pressure.
Seem to have a
Carlton's
full
winning club
bar,
as
though.
well.
Of internet.
The lead. He's the meat and the sandwich here. Bruce in front.
Hopefully
As
it's
well. Key for the back.
working now.
Get rid of a little handball come out. They'd be getting itchy feet the forwards for the Giants at the moment. Ward, little handball over the top chair is able to gobble it up. The pressure comes.
This probably should be a ball up. There's literally heaps and heaps of players around this one. GWS have not had a disposal in their forward half yet. Doherty, great mark. Sends it long to the square. Taylor, Haynes. Both did very, very well there for the Giants.
The ball has not gone into the Giants attacking half. That's just a little forearm fend. Look, I don't know at the moment.
So this is the best possible start you could ever ask if you're a Carlton supporter or a Carlton fan. 10 minutes into the game, GWS haven't had a touch in their forward half, nor a touch in or an inside forward 50. That's been like a kick or handball from them. I think Carlton accidentally wandered in on there about 7 minutes ago, and Silvani, good looking slap to the debutant Motlock. Kelly, Haynes, and they'll clear it. Weird looking kick, drop mark, and they just flick around handballs. Dangerous area for a turnover, and it is a turnover. O'Brien, Motlock, Walsh, again, that's on the ball. Well done, Josh Kelly. Well done, Josh Kelly. Boy, did they need that, the Giants. Long ball, and Carlton player running off to the bench there, looks a bit sore. Could be Sam Walsh. And there's a mark on the wing. So Adam Sard, I'm sure he'll look to talk or send it long. Rocky O'Brien is the injured player. And he looks quite sore. Charlie Curnow, long ball, good ball. Oh! De Conning. What a mark by Tom De Conning. One of the best marks of the season. Where it just jumped up and took an absolute screamer. Definitely a great opportunity for mark of the week. Right, Tom De Conning comes back, leans in, and kicks a goal. Great start by the Blues. They've got 4 goals to nothing. And it is all Carlton. Josh Kelly's the only Giants player that's had more than 3 touches and threatening. And he's all Carlton.
It's the denying of the Giants the football as well as them being
And
able
they'll
to
go
score.
back
At the moment, they are doing some real
to the
damage.
middle.
Jude, you're just seeing now that Carlton aren't afraid to go along
by
and
Tom
they
De
were the
Conning,
first
look at
couple,
that.
but you would have thought
Absolute
that with a small
screamer,
forward
and
line,
Nick Haynes
they're
is
getting
back.
their tools back there, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm really pleased they've just backed
And
Curnow in to say we're
they
going to
get
get a
the
good
ripping
contest. We're
goalies
gonna make it
through.
scrappy, just with these
It's
greasy
pretty hard to
conditions
do.
at ground level, and it's
Brilliant
coming to
start
ground,
by
so they're getting
Carlton.
that ground level support at the base level. Well, Carlton's had 63
There's
disposals to 30,
Silvani.
yet still laid 7 more tackles.
Now
Here they
Cripper
go
out of the
again.
middle.
boys are tumble park
Long
from Cripps out of
ball.
the middle.
Could
Hamilton
bounce
attempted
correctly for
GWS. Hand pass away.
Owies, and
Haynes
Hamilton
back to
did quite
Hamilton. Now
well.
he's in a bind. It was a sloppy
Hughes
hand
wraps up
pass.
Hamilton.
And
And Carlton will send it towards Perryman, and Perryman. Wide ball, great mark. And Leon Cameron does not look happy. I mean, they're sending him off like this at the moment. Not what. Debutant, good looking kick. Oh, Silvani was so close. He's got to step up and replacement of Harry Mackay, especially seeing he's gone for 5 to 6 weeks. And here you go, Carlton again. Walsh, good kick. He had 0 inside forward 50s to 14. All Carlton. Long ball goes to the top of the square. Silvani, that has to be a free. And it's a free to Taylor instead. Going against Curnow, I think.
Staying hold of the jumper.
And he passes it off to Cumming. That's a bad kick.
They're going more and more
That's
conservative, and Himmelberg
lucky to be out of bounds.
I'll get this over the boundary line.
Very, very close to being out in the full.
Wow, what an opening. Some highlights to Koning, and Walsh kicking a couple. He'd only kicked, I think, 1 or 2 goals for the year. I think
Michael Voss looks quite happy.
And the Giants
And Carlton
football so far.
dominating the Giants at the moment.
Inside their forward half of the ground, stunning. Frustrated at the moment, Leon Cameron.
Tom Green's the one playing with Patrick Cripps.
Cripps doing the ruck work. What about this?
Rough work.
Green both go at it.
I don't think anyone got that hit out. Maybe it was Cripps, I'm not sure. And Wiedering just got absolutely hammered by Himmelberg. And there'll be a ball up, centre half forward of the Giants' goal. They may get their first inside forward 50 of the match here. Nope, Cripps takes it out of the ruck. And here they go again, the Blues. Oh no, mistake by Chera. Could be a chance here for the Giants. No, the Blues again. Carroll, and they've given it a throw. It's going against Patrick Cripps. I don't think it was actually a throw because Patrick Cripps is. Oh, that's. They've broken the drought. First inside forward 50, first disposal in their forward 50, and their forward half. And here's the debutant. Look at him run. He looks good. Look at that kick. Kerno's dropped that. And Connor Iden did well. So too Taylor. Kerno, Iden, Taylor. What a contest that was. And the Giants won it. They send it long down the line. And that's a free kick to Carlton. They're going against Canelio.
For the Giants. Yeah, they've just got no representation in terms of height once they come out of the
So
defense.
looking to send it long towards Silvani or Kerno. Motlop trying to wrap up Callahan. Chera, Kelly, Chera again, Ash, Cumming, Fisher, and now Tom Green.
Just in a little bit of breathing space. There's been none of that for the Giants.
Interesting hand pass.
For Taranto to do much with.
I got the 1-2. And good mark by Hamilton, Cameron Hamilton. Taranto, interesting kick. And here's a chance for the Giants, finally. And it's a goal. Callum Moore kicks the Giants first, finally. That time for the Giants. Boy, did they need that. Massive moment in this game. That's it, Miller. Amazing game he's had against Dockers. Absolute ripper. At the moment, it's all Carlton.
This is better by the Giants. Look at his kick. Cooper Hamilton going back with the flight of ball, not knowing what's coming his way. That's what it takes within AFL football and at this level. And then they're able to get away. They've got the numbers. And it just took one person to actually stand up and be counted. And I think it comes back to Cooper Hamilton. Him going back with the flight of the ball. He didn't know what was coming the other way. Well done.
Got a Giants fan in the chat.
The tone of what's expected for the Giants. Leon Cameron. This wasn't meant to be a day of high stress for him. Bruce. And he wins his own ball. Gets through Ash. Pursues it.
Looks like he's just supporting him for Leon Cameron, though. He's not actually a Carlton Giant supporter. Be interesting if there was one watching. That's got to be on the ball. So maybe now the Giants. Have come. They've woken up. They're here. They've arrived at the stadium. And Kennedy. They're just going to go wide. Go right across. Directly 100 metres across. That's an interesting kick. Kennedy. O'Brien. Good to see he's okay. Tom Green. There's O'Brien again, wrapped up. One on by the Giants. And Gold Coast just kicked a goal. I think that's game. I'll be told. I think just secures a Gold Coast Suns upset. Sure, you can't and Rhino won't be happy about that.
Don't be the ones to be just letting them set the tone. They've set the tone today.
They've been very, very good today, the Suns.
Early in this contest.
And a great start by the Blues. 7 minutes left to go of the first term. This coming, that's a hold. Free kick, Chara. Adam Chara. New recruit for the Blues. Sends it wide.
Big ball used to Carroll.
There's Jack Carroll. Look at him go. Oh, George Hill. It's a bit slippery.
Left the hook there, the Giants. They were protecting the corridor. They had about 3 or 4 players sitting in the corridor.
Seems to
Carroll
have
were going to come back there.
been
So I think at
raining.
the moment, I think what the Giants
Hit the
need to do is
30-minute mark of
only
this
three-
stream.
only 1 or 2 need to protect that corridor, not 5 and 6 players.
And let's see what Cullen do now.
Bruce and DeConing, finally a couple of ruckmen
Bruce.
competing for the ruck ball. Kennedy.
And the Blues just fumbled forward. Ash. Motlock. Wrapped up.
Gained another 5 metres before it went out of bounds.
Oh, they've given that.
Keeping that footy in then, so
They've given that a deliberate
Branto's way.
He started well, Jesse Motlock. I think
against the debutant,
it's
Jesse
pretty
Motlock.
confronting playing your first game of AFL, and he's certainly up to the level. He's been competitive at ground level.
When do you think the nerves settle as a first game, John? Was it quarter time or half time? When is it?
I reckon when you just start getting used to actually getting the ball in hand. He's had that a couple of times now.
Oh, good slap by Newman. Brilliant slap. Doherty. Nunes. Long ball. And rushed behind by the Giants. How good was that slap on by Newman? Set up that whole passage of play. And we'll give him
Finn Callahan has just come to the bench.
a
He's
chance.
holding his left shoulder. We'll just keep an eye on that. Carney
So Callahan looks like he might be injured.
taking
So Bobby Hill might come on
with a long kick to the wing.
for now Cameron's last game. Jack Riccardi also was a late inclusion for Jesse Hogan. Yesterday, feeling a bit sick, was Jesse Hogan.
The inclusion for Jesse Hogan, who is ill. Bruce has been
Now that's bad. Braden Bruce may have just popped his shoulder. He's hurt his hand as well. He's given it off, and he had a hand pass that. That's really bad for my fantasy. I've already lost Jack Steele, and if I've lost Braden Bruce, I'm gonna have to go into this week unchanged with O'Driscoll sitting on my bench. He's out for heaps of weeks, and Bruce looks fine. He's just taken a brilliant mark, giving it off. So apparently Braden Bruce has been playing with his hand injured, it just said. Apparently he's playing for it last week as well when they're playing against the Cats. He still did quite well against the Cats though, so maybe it's not a serious injury. Long ball. I've been hit by injuries in my fantasy, and if Braden Bruce is gone as well, that's bad. And that's how he hurt his hand. Yeah. It's a knock of the hands there. He's hurt his hand. I think he's okay. Long ball. Out of bounds. Good news for Braden Bruce. Not good news though for Finn Callahan.
It's already been strapped. He's just going to work through with the doctor at the moment, just check his range of movement.
That's a game from that stoppage, Carlton.
Really hope
2 or 3 loose off the back of it. So
Braden
I think
Bruce is
until
okay.
The Giants can actually tighten that up. Carlton are going to keep getting the clearances.
Shot of Bobby Hill, who's the sub for the Giants today.
Yes.
Was warming up a second ago. Fair chance he'll be used, I reckon.
Beautiful.
Fisher.
Fisher. Zach Fisher. Brilliant moment by the Blues. And Zachy Fisher. Well, that's just all class by Zach. And Carlton have another goal. Brilliant finish.
Open it up a little more. He did well, Fisher. Very poised and highly skillful, and showing that he can kick the journey with some really good length.
Very, very good.
So 27-point lead here. And I wonder.
Giants are in a bit of trouble now. They've got to get this fixed up and fast.
So do you think, Jono, we're seeing great synergy with the Giants at the moment between Giants and coaching staff? Is that why
Gold Coast have kicked another goal,
because that's not there?
and the goal is going to Mob Shoal again. What a game he's played. He's booted 4 goals in the wet. Probably his best outing now at the Suns. He's been influential. Here go the Giants out of the middle. Long ball. Ricardi Newman rushed behind. Great play there by the Blues.
And those stoppages, BT, it's very obvious. It's sitting right in front of us in the broadcast here. I can see it, and I'm pretty sure the coaching staff can do it. And I would assume that a message has gone out, or whether, that's not the way they want to play. They want to be able to leave a couple of spares behind the football.
So here you go, Carlton. Fisher. Long ball. Silvani 1-on-2. Look at Silvani. He kind of won the contest, but not fully. The Blues have started very, very well.
All sorts of records being set with it not being there, but Toby Green still yet to see the footy. He needs a bit of footy coming his way. As Ricardi. Bruce, the intended target here, just drops it on Bruce's head and does well on the air. Couldn't quite finish it off against De Koning. Saad was there. Now De Koning with the tackle on Bruce. And really frustrated at the moment is Leon Cameron. Mark McVeigh sitting next to him as well.
So they got 3 minutes now just to try and kick
So,
this ball inside.
what they're going to do here, the Giants, can they pull off a late goal?
This could be a good start here.
Terra closed down by Ash.
And it's out of bounds.
Big job that Mark McVeigh, we just saw
It's
him on the show.
again.
Big job that he's got taking over from Leon for the rest of the year, isn't it?
Yeah, well, then you've got to look at, after what happens today and then what happens in the next few weeks, do you try and develop a new game plan, or do you try and blood a couple of these younger boys in different positions to see what you've got for the season 2023?
Carlton, Patrick Cripps.
So Cripps manhandled in the ruck contest. The Giants have now laid.
So they should hold on here, Carlton.
Lifted their intensity a bit early on, even though the Blues had fast.
Yeah, it's just over 2 minutes. I don't think they'll concede another. Oh no. And now a bounce, a goal. Giants. Toby Green. Good finish. That's the one the Giants needed. Great finish by Toby Green. Well done. Let me guys know down in the comments how much points you've tipped Carlton or GWS by, because I've tipped the Blues by 15.
Obviously, it was a skill error, but actually you've got to capitalise on it. You know how good Toby Green is inside the forward 50. I think through this first quarter, he's been doing a lot of contested work up the ground, trying to keep the ball in. Get it to him one night down there. He's going to be able to produce something on the scoreboard, and that's what the Giants need to keep in touch on the scoreboard.
Jefferson Ward. So it'll be a free going from the Giants way here to Kellen Ward. Uses the man on the mark rule to great effect, and from the middle of the ground just hoists it.
13, yeah, that's not bad.
Strong at the footy in the air.
29 as well, that's... And now late Tom Green behind. So the Giants are up and about now. Trying to pull for late goal as Gold Coast continue this ridiculous game. 9 goals, 9. And Zach Williams is down on the ground. He looks very, very sore.
man just trying to get himself moving again.
Yeah, I'd say he's out there. Zach Williams, a bit unfortunate.
Is that the same
I
ankle he had
think
issues
I'm going
with,
to
or the
try
Achilles that he had issues
and
with a
see
couple of
if I
weeks
can
ago
hop on
as
UCAT's
well,
live
that he got
stream and
kicked
see
in
what
that,
he's saying currently about his Dockers. Because I don't think he's going to be too happy about them. I know UCAT's very, very passionate about his Dockers. I wouldn't be surprised if he's ended the stream already, to be honest.
Just seen it there. BT, he's actually grabbed the back of it as well.
Well, yeah, he looks pretty distressed here. I mean, just look at him. He's just eating some food. Does look very, very depressed. His Dockers have been demolished. And they ain't going to be first.
My God.
It's not a good sight for Carlton as much as
He is extremely pissed off here, UCAT. Just look at his face. He looks so distressed. Anyways, last 2 minutes.
Frederick.
What can the Blues
Frederick
do?
on the boot. And here's Cox. Finally a mark.
Looks like Fremantle might be lining up for goal here. Finally, says UCAT.
Forward line by Justin Long for his last quarter. Here's Cox.
He'll go nuts. I think they might have a goal here, Freo. And Giants are going to go inside 450. And
Cox.
free kick home. He's missed it.
My God.
Look at him. He does not look happy at all. Well, look, he's on YouTube now. His live stream. He's on YouTube for a different reason. I'm sure he probably won't be watching this, but if he does, he'll know he's on YouTube. Okay, I've checked in on UCAT. He doesn't look too pissed. Yeah, he doesn't look too pissed. He's a forward.
Zach Williams in a lot of distress down here on the boundary. He's got the towel over his head. A lot of the guys are coming across to console him at this point. So, distressing signs.
Doctor definitely feeling for the Achilles there, Jude, as well.
Yes, BT.
And check right at Henchies
So that is a
live stream. I won't say anything mean to them,
It's going to result in a long stint on the sidelines.
even though I feel like it.
rest of the year, isn't it? For
He looks
Achilles
pretty sad as well.
surgery.
Well, Ryder, you've got another.
Years gone.
You and UCAT get shout-outs.
Player who was okay to do big things this year at the Blues after it hadn't really panned out for him last season. He made the move
Zach Williams looks
on the Giants.
absolutely distressed.
Cruz just outbodied his opponent. He snapped and missed, but it was a free kick. Toby Green's getting the free kick here. So something was going on off the ruck contest. If Green can kick a goal here,
Green's got a free kick here.
13 points, which would completely belie
Massive
the trend of
moment.
this game so far. Carlton had been dominant early. The Giants are slowly inching their way back. You can see the tug of the jumper, Jono.
Yeah, Newman straight away, just pulling the jumper. Obviously, Paddy, he puts fear in any defender, Toby Green, whether it's tall, whether it's in the air or on the ground.
The Giants just had to respond. It was such a
Thank you
late
there for
start
another
to a
like.
very meaningful match from them.
And Toby Green has kicked 2 in a row, and the Giants are back in this. It's 13 points. I think someone has tipped that. Very nice. As Gold Coast continue, they're smashing 40 points. It is now on. We're going to have a quick looky, see where the Suns are on the ladder. They're 12th. They're right behind Collingwood. And if they kick any more goals, they'll go past us. Come on, Freo. Get into the game. I don't want to drop another position.
Toby Green goes back, but the one thing I've liked about their forward line at the moment is Jake McCarty. He's been able to just present in the air a few times and be that target and give him some opportunities or give him some sort of confidence in going forward and long. He won't mark a lot tonight, but he's got to bring it to ground.
Exactly. Come on, Freo. Anyways, last 15 seconds. Haven't really been commentating this last little part. Oh, now Nick Haynes goes long. Whitfield didn't get there. Haven't seen much of him. And Ash. And oh, they've got a free kick. They've got a look in the siren. Jake McCartney can make it a 7-point game. What a first quarter. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Zach Williams has already been ruled out. What about this? Braden Bruce right on top of the fantasy points. Spot on. Oh, I don't think he'll kick this. I reckon he'll miss it. Watch this. He's going to shank it. Jake Riccardi comes in and shanks it now. He's missed it. Dragged it to the left. Didn't shank it, but is a point. 2-goal game. And they're doing well. Look at this. Lockie Whitfield has touched the ball once. Shit. He's got to get into the game. Just has to get into the game. Anyways, quarter time. Giants 3-3-21 plays Carlton 5 goals, 3 first and 3.
With 25 years of hybrid electric and fuel cell innovation, it's in our nature to strive for a cleaner tomorrow. Oh, what a feeling. Toyota.
Tonight, I'll be eating veggie palmies and chippies with our Australia Zoo family. Top, the crocodiles,
The lizards. The giraffes.
Patrick Cripps started well. Shit, I really regret captaining him.
Crikey, Paris. This is where we keep the snakes.
Look at this.
So crikey.
This West Coast supporter is absolutely pumping me. I've got to get into the game.
Gareth, I think I might be having this wine painting mentioned. Wow, business is good. This almost good. I think we are ready. Well, you have had your eye on that high street space for a while.
When it comes to growing a business,
Want me to get moving?
you need an expert in more than just money.
And
Now,
this is amazing.
Everything that we do
Sean
here
Darcy
is
kicks
for
a goal
our
for
customers.
Fremantle
We get the lowest prices,
and
we
has
get the
finally
lowest
ended the
rates,
streak.
you get more bang for your
Look at
buck
that.
here
Look at
at
the
Bunnings.
quarters down there. 2 goals, 3, 2 goals, 4, 2 goals, 5, 3, 7. Finally, party time. Fremantle kicked a goal.
Find a competitor's lower price on
They're
the
not
same
ignoring
subject,
us.
we'll beat it by
We need them to
10%.
kick some goals
It's
so
amazing what you can do with lowest prices.
Collingwood can go back
Lowest
into
prices,
their
that's
position.
just the beginning.
Walker's come on
dinner's here.
as the sub. He's come on for Alex Pearce, who's out.
It's
That
Matt.
sours his game even more.
Value means more with a new deal every week in May. Available only on the My Maccas app.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Good. Oh, man, the tension. I could have done that.
Jake Brayshaw hasn't been that great.
Yes.
at HBF, we're as passionate about our members
44-point
as you are about
Suns
the
win
game.
at the moment with 7 minutes and 15 to go. I can't win it from here, Freo, but I can certainly get it back to 5 goals, and I'm going to go take a break.
Tradie body spray. Fresh pits and bits.
The most important thing is how you appear to the jury. The jury is everything. Sunday Ticket on Fox.
Arguably the highlight of the first quarter at Giants Stadium. What a Hanging from Tom to Coney, Carlton setting the tone early with the opening 4 goals of the match, but GWS have worked their way into this game. The Blues lead the Giants by 12 points. Derm, Eddie, you were talking about the emotion of the Giants players, given it is Leon Cameron's final game in charge, and they just didn't look settled early, but they've started to find their groove now.
Spot on, Kat. They just looked like they were up for the fight, saying, let's give everything we've got, and they just got panicky. It was someone like Phil Davis, he's down back, he's going to say, calm it, but they just got the ball and just hacked it, and they just put it to spots that is really dangerous. So I thought the main reason in that open 15, 16 minutes that Carlton were the better team was basically their structure around the stoppage was spot on, perfect. When the ball spilt either way, Carlton was there to either gather it or pressure a Giant player who got to it. And they ran one up to that stoppage as well. They had an extra one there. Giants went for one in defence.
Yeah, they did. And like you said, the pressure of the Carlton forwards, especially the smalls, were just
I'm back.
Adam to like Tom Green, first hand pass to Welsh kicked the goal.
Fremantle kicked a point.
To a tackle on still to Welsh. Welsh kicked another goal. So they settled. It took them 16 minutes to get their first inside 50. So that was great that they could do that. And yeah, Zachy Williams here.
Yeah, this is the disappointing story to come out of the first term. So there are fears that
Unfortunate there for Zach Williams.
His Achilles. He missed the Blues win over North a fortnight ago due to Achilles tightness. So they were aware that there was an issue there, and unfortunately, just the scenes, the emotion on his face, the way he was struggling to get up and walk with the doctors, and his facial expressions on the bench.
Brandon
as well.
Cox is going off injured. Yeah, don't tell me he's out as well.
So we wish all the best for him.
Really sad.
Toby Green as well. So Toby came into the game after that.
Here we go, second term.
Here we are.
Continue. They formed from the back end of the previous term. As Ash drives them.
Oh, look at that. Brilliant start.
Kick of the first quarter and missed. He should not miss this. What a turnaround
For
for the Giants. They were 27 points down in the first quarter.
And now, big chance for another goal.
Just one straight kick.
Maybe the viewers will pick up.
Cement his spot in this team. Moments like that, he wouldn't be dropping in any time soon. Riccardi kicks his first. It's a goal to margin. Well, how this game has turned. The Giants looked listless early. Fought their way back into the contest. They've been kicked now the last 3 goals of the game. Riccardi, if he can get his tail up, he's a damaging player. 9 goals in his last VFL hit out against the Preston Bull Ants. 1 goal, 1 today.
Freo kicked another goal.
Started off with a great clearance here. They just ran
Rory Lobb.
the grass straight away.
Akers is off injured as well.
Riccardi has sort of pushed at a couple of times through the first quarter in terms of getting to a contest and launching himself at the ball. Hadn't actually plucked any, but brought it to ground level. That there was a fantastic
goal.
about 3 deep.
Rosebery looking to throw it up here.
It's on him, Cripps.
Initially from Kennedy, Cripps involved
Now Hewitt.
They go forward once again here. The Blues without great authority.
Jack Newnes has been the one that has slid into defence to cover for Williams' exit of the game, and Contrell's playing up on the wing.
Michael being very composed, as he has all year, I might add. Created a real good vibe around the Blues. As Voss, with culture, I guess, starting there, Jono, and many other little bits and pieces that he seems to be feeding into the club.
Yeah, look, he's obviously taking his playing experience along with his coaching experience at Port Adelaide last year. Sitting on the bench quite a bit when he was coaching there, and certainly that midfield brigade was being able to go to another level, but obviously not this year, but he's had a big hand in that Port Adelaide
Currently
midfield.
Carlton the 4th.
Cottrell, you saw before,
They get this win.
Week as well, and this week onto the ground now with Williams out. We do hear that it was the right Achilles that he did in 2018. This time it's the left. So that'll mean both will have had surgery. Fisher now.
This is where they're so good, Carlton. They just set up so well behind the football.
This is massive.
Ball to open it up.
Long ball, look at this. Can Colton get a goal? GWS have been all on fire, and Owings from the pocket. Could he kick a ripper? Kerno. They've got themselves in trouble. Durden. Goal! Well done, Carlton. They've got one back. One that they desperately needed. And they've ended the streak of, I think, 4 goals in a row.
And that's a forward line that's playing with
3
great
goals.
enthusiasm and togetherness. Charlie, the only real tall there. I guess Silvani is taller than you think he is. Part of that
Durden's
as well.
playing quite well. 2 goals.
Well, it all comes back
Leading
to
goal
this
kicker
slicing
Toby
pass
Green on
from
the field
Fisher
right
into
now.
Sard knowing that there wasn't a lot deep long, so he had to go wide. Durden was on there for quite a time there, but Kerno just didn't want to give it to him, gave it over the top, but he's been instrumental. We spoke about how good their small forwards are this year, Carlton, and they're showing it today.
Bruce knocked it down. Green.
There's the Giants. Going forward quite nicely, and Nunes did well. Nunes has gone back. Certainly Neil Williams' injury.
Toby Green. 2 goals in that opening quarter. Succession to help turn things around for the Giants. Goal infringement.
So there's a free kick to the Blues here.
Tom Green just came straight off
And
and whacked him straight away. Yeah. It was trying to block, but he just got his arm out and almost gave him one just in the guts there. Just a poor choice there by Tom Green.
Yeah, but Kennedy was strong.
Sorry, Al, but just inside your forward 50, and giving that away just to go now and exit for Carlton, it's just poor discipline.
Kennedy to Kerno. Shearer. Fisher on his right side for a left footer. Kept it in. How about that?
So Carlton. Owies to Hewitt, and Hewitt kicks. Post.
Threatening. And Michael Voss enjoying the show.
Keith takes his sweet time assessing the options. Nothing obvious presenting for him. So he slams one down the middle. Toby Green's not a bad option. Floats over his head. Himmelberg. And pass to Ash, taken high.
Appreciate all the views I've gotten on my
Colin
Richmond game I went to last week.
Goes long. Goal unguarded. Thumping kick.
And Nunes saves the day for Carlton.
To ensure a rush behind.
Luckily
Dangerous.
for the Blues there.
They're always hard if you're that player in the goal square, whether you ship it or go. But I thought Ash had tracked the ball pretty good down the outside here. Thought he had the opportunity to probably test
Here go the Blues, they go wide.
In front did well. Taylor likewise behind. Whitfield, lovely hands.
Look at that.
Here they go.
Shake and bake. Canelio. Whitfield needs to get more into the game, and Himmelberg at the back. That'll be a goal. Giants have got one. Great finish. Goal the difference again. And Michael Voss doesn't look too happy.
Gets the job done. 2 goals to 1 in the quarter for the Giants. They trail by just a goal. They look good when they decide to open it up through the middle. That kick out from Keith got to the position in the middle of the ground where they could play on. Looked like a set play to Green to me.
What I like about the Giants in this quarter is actually they've been a lot more, although they finished this first quarter like this, they've just been a lot cleaner with the ball as well. And just again, repeat forward entries. When we've seen this in the first quarter and now in the second quarter, if they can just work on that repeat forward entries, they're going to get the results on the scoreboard.
So here go the Giants again. Taranto, long ball, and great mark. Wiedering. He's very good at that. Wiedering.
Doherty next. Owies is on the wing, but Haynes has closed him down. Kemp's the short option.
Good to see Kemp getting some opportunity.
To stretch. fluidity of ball movement that Carlton enjoyed through the early stages. Was dancing with danger there.
Welsh with the 7 possessions, just playing a different role today. It's probably the first time he's had the ball back in his defensive half.
Bruce just read that better. He's having a significant impact for the Giants.
Yeah, they've liked his output this year, Al. There was one game, I think, where he got suspended. They weren't happy with that. But other than that, he's been pretty damn good for the Giants. Well, out the back, it was Kemp involved initially with the handball. Motlop there and Cripps back to Motlop. Motlop's kick a little short, allowing Hamilton to get in there and compete, but Owies kept it alive nicely. Back to Cripps, didn't panic at all. Walsh now back to Owies to Motlop. Beautiful stuff. Motlop shows a little bit of candy. And a very good smother mid-flight by Kelly.
All class, Kelly. Didn't give up. Obviously, Josh Motlop done the step. Very confident young man. If you don't know he's settled, BT, I think he has settled.
He's going to be exciting to watch.
Bruce, get a good piece of it, Chera.
Good looking in out.
Perryman, Hamilton.
Whitfield, Perryman.
It's coming back to Whitfield.
And full time look like the Suns, the Gold Coast Suns, have beaten the Dockers. Listen to it.
We'll tell us a bit more about the Suns, but Marby Orchol was certainly the star of the day with 4 goals. He led the way.
I thought it'd be. Never mind. Looks like the Suns were dominant from the get-go, and yeah, they won that game quite nicely in the end. Took Miller. Brilliant game. Well, it took Miller.
Perryman sees a cluttered forward line ahead of him, so he bombs it long. Wants a big pack mark. Guess who's there? Big Bruce couldn't pull it in. Kemp had it, lost it. Clearing ball from Walsh. Chura doing enough, doing really well, in fact, to Durden. Durden towards the wing now. Silvani and Iden. Silvani tried to tap that to the advantage of Chura, did so effectively that Chura couldn't keep it in play.
Yeah, he did really well then. He got the achieved result, just as you say, couldn't keep it in the field of play. But, so, Jude, you think the defence of Carlton have been well organised? I know there's been a lot of 50-metre entries this year, but this quarter, but do you think they're reasonably well organised?
Yeah, Jono spoke about it pre-game. They have had a settled defence, and they've just even looking at it here, you can see him sweeping across Wiedering. He's in really good position to repel that entry.
Almost like a backstop.
Yeah, it was a good win by the Suns. Did you agree? It was a good win. So, Braden Bruce. What's he going to do here, Braden Bruce? And he sent it very, very long, very, very high. And Toby Green. Perryman. Good looking slap. Another slap there by Carlton Whitfield. Didn't do quite that well. Good pick up by Connor Stone. May come back. It's a behind.
Connor Stone, game 6 for him. He was the only in this week in Leon's last game as coach. I always look at the ins and the outs in the last game for the coach. Flynn and Hill out, although Bobby Hill's still there today with the sub. But Stone was the player he just to bring
Stop spamming. Have to.
50 metres. 50 metres here from
I'll have to put you in timeout. There, Rick.
Into the ground once he decides to kick. He's trying to push for 100 here. That rule seems to have gone out the window.
Well, he shouldn't have been allowed a man to mark there now. That should have been another 50.
Yeah, he should have had to exit that area.
Because he
You can come back soon.
That was a rule of a couple of years ago, BT. Curnow couldn't take the mark. O'Brien. Cripps is trying to create to a dangerous position here. Carroll's dragged down. Giants emerge. Hamilton, Kelly. And Certain made the right decision. Perryman is the strong hands.
Well, that was better from the Giants. Just we see
Yeah,
there the way
right, spamming.
their defensive defensive 50 in the first quarter. That there was just calm, collected, and they chose the right decisions.
Haynes to Iden. Prior to this last passage, the Giants had 7 consecutive inside 50s, so just starting to get their game going here, GWS.
Leading at 4-9 this quarter, so that's the first time in the game that they've led the forward 50 entries.
I agree with you, Earl. They really are starting to get things together. Proctor with the give and go. Doherty, the long release handball out the back, just to find some more time for Wiedering to conjure up something, and he goes down the line looking for Silvani, and Iden right with him. Good player, Iden.
Yeah, good to see someone does love the Blues.
Back into place.
So, Brandon Bruce getting his
So got themselves back into the game here now.
self-taped up
The
there.
Giants, can they go on with it? What can they provide?
So, the ball are back in.
Will they consolidate a spot in the top 4? Can the Giants serve it up to them?
Cripps.
Green doing the ruck work. Cornelio
Yeah, that's on the
He'll
ball.
be penalised there, and that'll be a free going
So,
the other way.
Carlton will get the free kick.
Hewitt short. Chera. Not much movement. Curnow comes now. That's the direction it goes. G. Kennedy went back very, very bravely, and without regard for his body then. That was well done.
Would have liked to see Carlton go a little bit quicker there. They had one-on-ones, and then they just held on to it a bit too long there for Kennedy to get back. Just got to move that ball in quicker once you identify one-on-one contest forward of the footy.
Cripps tackles up with Tom Green. Goes through. Bullocks his way. Kennedy in the road for the Giants is strongly tackled. So perhaps it's becoming a bit of an arm wrestle now. A physical contest from the free flow of Carlton's early game now. Cripps again involved. Hewitt knocked off it. Carroll. Walsh assesses. Pocket he goes. Silvani sandwiched between a couple. Curnow. Committed was Kennedy across the front. Canelio's hand pass hit Taylor in the back. Durden to Owies. The Mosquitoes go to work, but on this occasion, without any effect, and Haynes will clean it up for the Giants.
Yeah, it just slides down the line to Walker and march strongly.
Yeah, put it. I'll put it in chat just in case you didn't know. Gold Coast's 10-9, 69. To the Dockers 4 goals, 9-33.
Reasonable crowd here on a Sunday afternoon. The boss of the AFL is here today, Kevin McLaughlin. High footy. Riccardi. Off hands Canelio. Ash.
So here they go. De Boer. Good looking kick. Toby Green v Cottrell. Look at Cottrell go. Just rush it over, mate. And sends it long to the wing. Oh, Coral. Decent kick, Curnow. Couldn't do too much there.
He's winning that duel so far.
Terrific off-ball run there from Cottrell. Just a slide back from his wing, cover that defensive and big defensive effort by just running an off-ball run.
Cripps is doing a lot of work in ruck. Tom Green for the Giants. Cripps is going to take it out. Walsh, Chera, Hewitt, important players getting their hands on it here for the Blues. Silvani is the target. Up he goes. Couldn't complete the mark. Armstrong.
Hasn't had a lot of possessions today, Silvani, but he's playing his role at the moment.
Good kick by Silvani.
The kick misses him.
And out of bounds. So this hasn't been the best quarter.
Michael Voss was on cloud 9 early. Now he's in deep thought.
They've done well here, the Giants, to get themselves back within 5 points. They've actually just sort of done the fundamentals really, really well and been able to get, as I said earlier, repeat forward.
That's a great mark by Lockie Plowman.
Bringing the man on the mark. He's going to go a little more centre.
And Curnow, Hewitt, whack shot, and O'Brien, Owies, Durden, Silvani. Well done by Callahan. Good to see he's okay. Durden, Silvani, and that's a smother out of bounds.
Carlton just putting on a bit of sustained pressure here. The Giants' defence is standing up to it.
You're back in the stream, Rick.
Cripps and Tom Gray.
If you've seen the message, then you're back in the stream, mate. Oh my goodness. Anyway, no spamming, Rick.
Hamilton off to Tom Green to De Boer. Now coming. Well-weighted pass. Tom Green always courageous. Couldn't complete the mark. Doherty sends it back
So
in.
long ball.
Durden.
Cripps. Nana. Hand pass. Silvani. Go back to Owies or Cripps. Oh. Jack Silvani like his old man. That is what you want to see. And that...
It took a while, but Carlton finally broke through that orange wall of defense.
That's very, very good. Yeah, good to see you. Understood, Rick. No more spamming.
But he persisted. Found himself that little bit of breathing room and finished superbly. 2 goals apiece in this second term.
It was a very nice goal.
He hasn't been getting the possessions that he would have
Very
liked,
good.
but he's been presenting. And here, this is just a lesson for young kids.
Yeah.
Persistent to actually keep in the context.
Very, very
there,
nice.
keep your feet, and just a beautiful way of actually...
What an upset by the Gold Coast Suns. What a win over the Dockers that was.
He was just hoping that coming tackle would not stick.
Yes.
And he
Wow,
was
6
waiting at
goals.
the last moment to dispose of it to see if he could get rid of it, and he did. Hewitt and Cripps combining out of the middle. Chera comes to the plate as well. Now an opportunity for Hewitt, a driving ball. Who can get on the end of this tail? It was very strong against little opposition though. Did well. Tom Green.
So here is Tom Green. Keeps it in. Flicks it over to Whitfield. Decent looking kick. Himmelberg now Wiedering. Good work by Walsh. Fisher. Cripps dropped it. Goes back. Trying to get it to Chera. And yeah, that's not going to work.
Off the knee of Saad, spills to Whitfield, to Ash. Plenty of orange jumpers around here. Ash now goes long and deep, but too much. And the mark will be taken here by Kemp.
Kemp has Newman short. Brian's down the line, but Newman's looking infield. Cottrell's presenting perhaps for a lateral kick, but he's
So I need 25 or more behinds to get my big call correct.
Durden busy again.
Yeah, it is quite funny to see UCAT and Ryan both lose. I can tell you what, if you were in my stream before, I video clipped their reactions on stream and they were both very pissed off and they're both eating. Probably to pass the time, and now George Hewitt has elected to have a shot to extend Carlton's lead to 17 points.
On return, a chance to make it back-to-back goals for the Blues.
Again, Silvani just he's rolled it out, just presenting up. Didn't get the mark at all, but he actually presented, provided an option, brings it to ground level, and then all the Carlton players sweep in.
It's been racking them up as he's done all season, George Hewitt.
So George Hewitt's set shot is going to fail.
Stays left.
Behind. 2 goal lead at the moment.
I see Patrick Cripps, 12 possessions. Been a good quarter for him.
He is. He's having a
Patrick
great quarter.
Cripps
He said he's spending long minutes actually
is
playing
having a
ruck as
good
well.
quarter,
So
which is
taking
good.
the ball out of a ruck a few times and dishing it off to his runners outside.
Kennedy goes for a one-on-one that is Himmelberg and Kemp. And Kemp did well to stay on the tussle. Well done, young man. And he did very well. So Patrick Cripps continues his blistering form this year. Bruce Taranto.
So Carlton have gotten themselves back into this game.
Green, flipping little handball.
Whilst the GWS have controlled most of the quarter. Ward, that's not a bad kick. Himmelberg. Doherty, well done, Newman, Kennedy, Nunes. That could be a free kick. It will be. Free kick to Adam Kennedy.
Going the way of Kennedy here. Now Kennedy is a thumping kick of the footy.
Good cricket.
Lead speed from Riccardi, but Kennedy's got his back turned on the whole lot of them, which is a definite sign. I am okay from here, this gentleman. I am okay. He's gone back a long way to get some really good momentum.
Well, he just needs to kick this now. He's done that, BT, as you said.
He certainly can kick the goal. I think he will. And Adam Kennedy goes back. That's going to sneak in and goal. Well done, GWS. There's yet another goal. Six-point lead, Carlton. They are back in this game in 25 or more behinds. And I've got 10 so far, so I'm going to need 15 more in these last 4 minutes, 40 seconds, and the second half.
He's a good launcher. Robbie Hill says to him, well done.
Just a nice even flow kick.
Here's Patrick Cripps is definitely
Obviously, he knew what he was capable
getting
of,
into the game now.
and there was no effort in that kick
Looks
at all.
pretty good.
I wish I had that back in my day, BT. I used to try to have to look over and kick over a jam tin. So the distance there was quite easy.
Timing beautiful, wasn't it?
Yep.
Absolutely underselling yourself there, Chris Johnson. Bruce, clever. And had a bit of
Now there's Stephen Cornelio. Scrappy old kick forward. And the Giants want another. Kennedy, Ash, and now Kelly. Long ball. And it's a goal. Scores a level here at Giants Stadium. And the Giants have come to play.
back-to-back goals for GWS, and the wheels have turned from 27 points down in the first quarter. It's been some response from the Giants. Simply had to. They risked sending out a great servant of the club in embarrassing fashion the way they started, but the switch has been flicked.
Yeah, wow. That was a good finish, wasn't it?
Well, they've turned things around from the first, say, 10 to 15 minutes of the first quarter. Now they're leading the clearances, they're leading the inside forward 50s, leading the tackles as well. So they're getting all the major stats that count in their favour at the moment. And there was no doubt with Josh Kelly there, had the measure, a lovely left foot kick on shot on goal.
Scores level, can you believe it? 27 down early in the first quarter. And they've levelled it up in fine style. Michael Voss probably in a little bit of disbelief now the way that the Giants have been able to get going after what was a really ordinary first 3 quarters of the first quarter. Kelly starved. The shoot by the ball. They risk going up the middle. They do. The Coney push.
Scrappy old kick. Colton's going to be very, very careful here. And there's Waitering. Got himself into trouble. Got him out of it as well. And he's done that very, very nicely. Next round is our Indigenous rounds. And yeah, it should be a pretty good round. I'm hoping it'd be a good round. Next week, I'm planning on streaming, well, 3 men versus Carlton again, I guess. 3 versus Carlton.
Big 3 minutes here for the Giants and Carlton. I think it's more going to be way towards Carlton. Carlton may panic a little bit in this next 3 minutes and just try to rush. They don't need to create anything. They just need to go back to the stuff that they were doing, which was just being clean at the stoppages.
That was speculative at best from DeConing, coming in the road. Hand pass to Kelly, underground job. Ash couldn't control it. There are more than a few Carlton fans here making a bit of noise. This is a big game for the Blues as much as it's a big occasion for the Giants. Carlton looking to reclaim the spot in the top 4. Jude Bolton, Sydney Swans went into the top 4 with the performance against Essendon. Perryman. Green.
So hard. Got to be careful, his son. What does he do? Look at him. Absolute superstar. Got himself into trouble. He has to hand pass to his opponent. His teammate, sorry. And that's a very, very risky kick. Callahan tried. O'Brien, Kemp, good kick. And drop mark. Hewitt O'Brien's going to keep running. Look out, he's made a fumble. He's made a mess of it, and he's caught. Massive moment. Good sideways kick, and the Giants, I think, would be pretty happy with this. I think they'd want to go in half time with a margin like this, or in their favour. They're taking the risk of sending it long this early and should go out of bounds here. I mean, it doesn't. And Green, Stone, Wiedering, Kemp, done well. So Jack Silvani marks on his chest. Good kick.
Some encouraging
Motlop.
signs. Owies is next in line. And now Curnow. Can he impose himself here against two? He can't. Taylor and Kennedy nullifying the big Carlton forward.
Here's the rundown tackle from Cooper Hamilton. Fantastic effort just to stay on the target and Lockie O'Brien and run him down. And then he just came off the bench. He half kicked down after that tackle, but rapture from the Giants bench.
Definitely had possession. Hell, seeing that.
Lateral. Owies. Top of the 50. Tackled by Kelly. Got it free.
I doubt it'd be a 29-point Carlton win, Rick, but who knows? Maybe.
Hamilton has just shown a few signs. He looks like a real prospect. Hard worker, brave. He's a great runner. He smashed the Giants 2K time trial when he first arrived with the club. Got a mean look on him. He does.
There's Cottrell. Good hand pass. Cottrell. Hewitt. Out of bounds.
18 seconds, BT.
Kelly is dominating. 17 touches, 7 tackles, 80 fantasy points. He's playing very well. So too George Hewitt. For the Blues. Walsh has been just arguably as good.
Bowling over their time with moderate ease.
So, as the final minute ticks down of the first half, Fisher, look at him dodging through nearly by Owies. Motlop, out of bounds.
So just under a minute remaining here in this first half, and it's been an extraordinary comeback from Leon Cameron's Giants after they were belted early in this game. 27 points down at one stage.
He just looks so completely 100% invested, Leon Cameron. He has a half of football remaining as coach of the Giants. Are they on the cusp of a fitting send-off? Canelio
So,
knocked on by the ball. He's felt. GWS.
free kick.
Manufacture something here.
And it'll go to Matt DeBoer. So this could be game of the round.
Trailed by 27 points in the first quarter after a lethal burst from the Blues. Kelly.
I mean, game of the round is the closest game. And look out, Taranto. Giants could get a late goal. Got to get rid of it here, Durden. Sends it high. Risky. Oh, my God, Iden. The Giants could get the lead. They should. And they will not. So just get rid of it. And it'll be a draw at half time. It's a game we have on our hands. Shaping up for a massive second half.
Carlton led by 27 points in the first term. Scores are now level.
This is massive. Braden Bruce has been very good.
Carlton are still playing all right. They're still playing well. The game has swung. It was
I'm going to
16
take a
inside 50s
short
to
break
none.
in a minute.
Since that point in time, it's actually been 27 to 19 inside 50. So the Giants have sort of got a sway of the possession of the ball. But it's going to be inside a 10.2 goal margin all day. I feel whoever's at the end, in the end is on top is probably lucky the game doesn't go another 5 minutes.
I was actually sitting back on the couch thinking what ice cream Darren's going to give me, but now I'm thinking about I've got to go buy a packet for Darren.
For those tuning in, you guys have put a bet on this game and ice cream for the winner. So you're going Giants, you're going Carlton. Obviously, how did you assess the first half then?
Yeah, it was good, and I think it was the second quarter was just like the first quarter. Carlton got off to a great start. They were playing some great footy, kicked some goals, and then Giants just gradually got their way back into the game. And like you said, they normally, when we played them a few weeks ago, Geelong, I'm speaking about, they looked to hand pass out of defence. Now they're just looking for that little short kick body up, ball on body, and moving the ball down. They don't want to go long down the line because Carlton.
Josh Kennedy's laid out.
Change angles, shift their
The
defence
game
and
against
go forward.
Melbourne.
And I guess that's the way they're getting their goals.
And having said that, Ed,
At
for all the
5:20,
Geelong people
up to
down
stadium.
there, he's been
Anyways, I'm going to go take a short break.
Everybody else, I hate to think
I'll
what it's going to be
probably
when the
make
Cats play the Blues.
in 5.
I'll be a cat.
Your fingers in quite a few clubs, don't you? You got your Adelaide.
Yeah, I got
You got-
friends there. I like
you
Darren.
got-
You got friends. You got Colin. You got the Collingwood still, do you?
A lot of the prize.
So whenever we discuss a Carlton game, there's always a fair bit of a mention around Paddy Cripps because he has been in incredible form. Here's a Toyota halftime highlight, 16 disposals by half time. And as I said, we all think he's leading the Brownlow. How do we assess his performance in the first half?
His first quarter, he only had 4 possessions, 12 in the second. Young Tom Green pushed him sideways his first 2 contests. I reckon Cripper said, hang on, this is not happening. And he just got annoyed at that, and he's been a brute, as we expected him to be ever since. So he's had plenty of the footy. He's finding it in good areas now, but he's been wonderful around the stoppage, as to be expected.
And it's a great matchup to watch, the Cripps versus Tom Green, because they're going everywhere. They're in the ruck together when Bruce goes off.
And then they're on ballers together.
They're big midfielders. Cripps is 195 and Tom Green's 192, I think it is. So they're pretty big body.
And Prusey's actually, just to throw it in there, Bruce is actually having an effect on this game as well. If he can actually start to really put it down his team members' throats, he's dominating when he's in there.
Now, Jack Silvani's got just the one goal, but you're a big fan of this goal, Ed.
Yeah, I did cheer it out loud. It was a special one too in the pod. I think Cripps giving the hand pass. And for him just to stay strong over the ball, look for an option there, and then he just goes and checks out from the goal. But I was a bit surprised because I didn't think it was going to go through from Jack, but like that, look for an option, broke the tackle, come in, right foot check side. That's just an unbelievable goal.
You're the perfect person to ask to assess this goal out of 10.
I'll give it about a 6. 6? If you look at the angle, the A is fair. If it was in the pocket a bit more, maybe it'll go up about 8, 9. But
not quite in the Eddie Best pocket.
No, not yet.
6 out of 10.
Yeah. You got to have.
That's still pretty good.
You got to have score from the outside
passes.
What about Toby Green, Jim? You're a big fan of Toby Green.
Oh, well, Toby, well, the Giants, I won't say we're at sea, they just didn't settle. You summed it up beautifully before. And they just needed something to fire-start them. And this was, they hadn't had one inside 50 at this point in time, and that over club of the kick backwards into space. It would have been only one forward from the Giants who was watching that thinking, I wonder if this is going to be an inaccurate kick. This is a hold at the stoppage. They shepherded for him, as you identified while we were watching, Eddie, and he's able to put 2 on the board against the Tide. And from that moment on, the Giants said, you know what? We feel like we've been outplayed, but look at the score. That's 3 goals. Now it's 2 goals. Now we got a real shot. So they believe.
Do you think because he's one of those players that can change the game? He's only he got 2 goals, but 3 disposals. And in that first quarter, I was going to say change up a bit, but the last 5 minutes of the game, he kicked those 2 goals. So, and 3 goals for the game at the half. I think as Tommy's a leader, and if you're not giving him the game, probably just push himself up into the midfield, get it going. But they're actually playing quite well in the midfield at the moment. But for someone like Tom, you'd think that he'd need to be more involved
If he gets another 5 possessions, Ed, he'll get another 2 goals.
We need to get an update on Zach Williams. Let's head into the newsroom now with John Ralph. Ralphie fears he has snapped his Achilles in the first quarter. What do you know?
So Zach Williams may well have snapped that Achilles for the second time in 4 years. But right now the Carlton Footy Club's only saying that, that he has lower leg damage. Why are they vague about it? The early assessments don't show that the Achilles is ruptured. No, presumably like an ACL test, you can have an indicative test there that doesn't absolutely rule it in or out, but it certainly gives them some indication that maybe, just maybe, the Achilles still might be intact. So they'll have some scans in the next 24 hours about that. Anything less, of course, than that 12-month recovery from an Achilles tendon rupture would be magnificent. He looked to be in so much pain there. So tore his Achilles in 2018, has had real issues with it all the way through. Carlton thinks that it's actually the opposite leg, but again, he's had Achilles issues with both of those legs as well. We'll keep you updated there. We hope it's anything less than that, but he looked to be in so much pain. I think he probably knew how problematic this was.
Yeah, and as he summed it up, he's had horrible luck. So fingers crossed for him. Thank you, Ralphie. In the newsroom, we'll get plenty more updates with John Ralph throughout the afternoon. And then coming up later, it is off to Perth. Beautiful Optus Stadium, the final game of round 9. The undefeated Melbourne Demons will go 9.
So I'm back.
They
Just
take on West Coast at Optus over on Channel 503.
quickly checking out some stuff. I'm not sure if I can show the game.
Tonight, I'll be eating veggie palmies and chippies
do you want
with our Australia Zoo
to
family.
see the game?
The
I mean, I can.
The lizards, the giraffes,
Um,
and chihuahuas.
will that do? That's like the best I can really do at the moment.
Crikey, Paris. This is where we keep the snakes.
Okay, you guys are saying you want.
That is so crikey.
At the moment, it's an ad, but when the game starts, I guess I'll just hold it up.
Australians love AFL so much?
Make it 6. Yeah, the point just wearing a crack. Pretty good. Tipper Woody knocks him down. That's really good. Absolutely sensational.
I could turn the camera around. I mean, okay. Try.
Any other big ones, right?
Hold on, just need to get my credit card out.
What?
Makes it harder for me to spend, so I can save a little more to invest. Do you mind? It's easier if you do it. 3, 2, 1.
You should use Raise. It rounds up every purchase to the nearest dollar to save and invest as I spend.
Smart.
Don't trust yourself to say. Raise your game instead.
Marcus snapped up a Stairmaster awarded for being amazingly cheap, but alas, not amazingly reliable. And Felicity considered cheap home insurance that promised big cover. When it comes to the important stuff, don't risk bargain regret. Go here instead. Worried about cheap insurance? Who offers great value cover you won't regret? Amy does.
No worries, Mr. Kim. I understand.
I'll get your Wi-Fi sorted.
Let's get your business back online.
When you bring together tender Aussie chicken, crispy coating, aioli, and all the good bits, your burger goes from delicious to deluxe. The Chicken Deluxe range. Chicken and knackers together and loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It's a bugger when you get the big wet in the back part of your top end. The rough track. Up and back, down, round the hoop, blow a gasket, chuck a U-banger, and you're back to where you started. That's why you got to go Tradie Bamboo. Tradie Bamboo No Chuck. Get them at tradie.com.
Is that good enough?
Just need to get my credit card out.
What?
Do you mind? It's easier if you do it.
Don't trust yourself to save?
You should use Raise.
Round up every purchase to save and invest.
Don't hold back. Reveal your radiant smile with the new Colgate Optic White Teeth Whitening Kit. Powered by indigo lights to supercharge hydrogen peroxide for professional level whitening in just 10 minutes a day.
The brightness might be hard to see, so I'll try one more thing. You guys can really see it.
the Gold Coast Suns earlier today, a 36-point victory over Fremantle at Metricon Stadium. Marvin Chol
I might have to
in
aim it a bit better.
It means the Suns are 4-5 after 9 rounds. They next play the
Well,
Western
you can see that,
Bulldogs
right?
in
You
Ballarat.
can see that.
So a great result for Stuart Dew and his team. The Gold Coast Suns starting to hit a bit of a groove in the competition. Let's bring in Herald Suns, John Ralph. Ralphie, Stuart Dew must be one happy man.
I tell you what, Kathy, he's going down swing now. Even if it is that eventually a coach like, of course, Alistair Clarkson is parachuted into this mob, at least he's making the conversation a really tough one. As you said, 4-5. Now, the biggest upset probably of the season there, 36 points at a sodden Metricon Stadium. So Alex Pearce with ice on his troublesome ankle. The club will monitor over the next 24 hours. Now, Ross Lyon has joined Nathan Buckley in the last day in ruling himself out of any contention for a coaching job next year. He told Triple M, I had a ticket to that coaching merry-go-round last year, and I didn't enjoy the ride. Now, the GWS coaching subcommittee is set to be formed this week. So Jimmy Bartell, their football boss, Tony Shepherd, their chairman, and Jason McCartney, their football boss, to be on that committee, potentially with their chief executive in Dave Matthews, and an outside type, Robert Walls type, or maybe even a Jason Dunstall type with a unique out of GWS perspective.
Great win for St Kilda yesterday, Ralphie, but it's come at a cost. What's the latest with the captain, Jack Steele?
Well, it couldn't be worse, unfortunately. So Jack Steele has ruptured the AC joint in his shoulder, and he will be out for up to 10 weeks. It seemed a pretty innocuous incident here with College Asney, but unfortunately, after playing on, well, the scans today confirmed that he will need surgery. Now, it's up to 10 weeks. Now, Jamie Elliott was supposed to miss 10 or 12 weeks with a very similar injury. Had surgery. Next week, he's back after only 6 weeks, so that's a hammer blow. Now, Coleman medalist Tom Lynch, Coleman medal favourite rather, Tom Lynch. Now, he is absolutely under the MRO gun. This could go either way here. An elbow to the head of Jarman. Now, last week, Jesse Hogan was given the tick-off for Jed Hughes for a very similar incident there. Now, I'm sure that Marlon Pickett will get a week for that one. Runs past the ball, certainly hits Dylan Moore high in the head. And just the last one as well, Sydney's James Robotham. I think he's very likely to get a one-week ban himself for a pretty similar incident there. Goes past the ball, hits Zach Merritt, pretty cut and dried, medium impact. So he'll miss against Carlton on Friday night. A massive clash.
That sucks, doesn't it?
All over as per usual. Thank you, John Ralph, in the newsroom.
Always sucks.
Well, unfortunately, we've lost another one of our beloved Fox cricket colleagues overnight. Andrew Simons died in a car accident last night, aged 46.
So,
he was one of a kind, Roy boy, and we'll miss him terribly. Thoughts are with his family, including his two beautiful children, Chloe and Billy. Rest in peace, great man.
I'll have to think about it over the week, because next week I'll stream Collingwood versus Fremantle. I probably won't show the game though.
Hi, Nan.
Hello.
When the night has come and the land is dark.
Is this Nan? Didn't know she played. Yeah, in the 50s, I think.
Is the only light.
Your destination is on the left.
I'm with one.
Jimmer. I just got my first one.
I started smiling.
Well, we're both with one.
You were smiling.
Took him a while, though.
All in this together.
I heard nearly 5 million Australians have one.
You two could better off with a super fund run for you.
I think I'm getting a bit sick of it. I think I'll just wait till the game starts up again. Till I show you if I decide to.
Search for the answers.
Can't believe how many of them are dead now.
But I can
Search for an
show statistics and everything.
It's going to change the world. Search for clues. We will not be going quietly. Search for yourself.
I mean, you can still hear it perfectly, right?
Search for all of these and more with Star
John Rap
Originals on
trying to
Disney Plus.
trying to ruin St Kilda.
Everything that we do here is
I don't think
for
they
our
can.
customers. We get the lowest prices. We get the widest
They
range.
can
you get
use
more
this
bang
here,
for your
Carlton.
buck here at Bunnings.
But even if, I think Sydney took their top 4 spot. I don't know, I'll check. Yeah, St Kilda are 5th. They aren't even 4th. You guys may not be able to see that.
Lowest prices are just the beginning.
But they're 5th.
You damn? You rubbing? You riding? You're playing the wrong game, mate. These breathable bamboo tradie no chase stay high and dry, like a wedge tail.
Well, if the Saints do get flogged, and Cardi's going to get very, very pissed off if that does happen. They've got the Crows at Adelaide Oval next week. And that would be a night game, but not on the tally. It'll be Richmond versus Essendon instead.
Trust to protect your wealth. Invest with Latrobe Financial, Australia's multi-award-winning wealth manager and leading credit specialist. Trusted by Australians for 7
interesting to see that Brisbane's on top. I mean, they won't be for much longer. Seeming Melbourne are going to absolutely blow away the Eagles. But interesting that they're there for now.
Get a great deal on the Acer Aspire 5. Perfect for on-the-go productivity, only $798. Work smarter with the sleek and powerful HP 15-inch laptop, now $998. For next-level performance, the Asus VivoBook laptop with a stunning OLED display, only $1,398. Upgrade with the experts now at Harvey Norman.
Sure, you may.
Ready? Ready? Are we ready?
You may have probably seen my Collingwood video already. Hopefully you don't go into that. I mean, you can if you want to. But, I'm sure you guys have probably seen my Collingwood video already. That was very sad. We're going to have to make that review. We got flogged by the Dogs by 8 goals. Really, really bad.
I don't know who comes up with that, but I love it.
But I'm going to keep doing those Collingwood reviews, and next week, probably around the same time as my tipping video, I expect to see Collingwood versus Fremantle review.
It's all fun and games.
I may stream it. I'm not 100% sure.
The best way to wrap up your Sunday evening on Fox Footy now. Derby halftime at Giants Stadium. Scores are level, 47-all in Leon Cameron's final game in charge of the Giants. You have the Mosh Mark. Take it away.
What the Giants can do
you might go to the game.
to detail. When you set out in a zone, adhere to the structure of that zone. So we have a look at a bit of footage here, the way that the Blues want to move the ball forward. So they get the ball here. The Giants have everyone down the line present and accounted for.
Yeah, I'm still thinking if I'm going to stream that Collingwood Fremantle game. I think I might have something on. Yeah, I have to change that. No, I won't be streaming that game after all. In fact, I probably won't even be watching that game. First Collingwood game, probably I'll be watching the match is probably like 20 minutes.
And what happens thereafter?
I'll stream a different game.
Those two boys, Josh Kelly and Tim
I'll stream Western Bulldogs versus Gold Coast Suns.
You think two best and fairest?
That could be a smashing at Miles Stadium, but who knows? Gold Coast have been doing some upsets. I'll stream it.
And it shows too. It's only 10 meters. So it's too much. It's too much. You can't give that gap because if you hit that one, it just opens that way up towards goal. And teams do find themselves creeping towards because they're looking at the ball, the goal of the ball, and it's going to go long. Fish just changes his direction, hit him up, and then they're off to the races. It's a beautiful kick too.
So for those just tuning in, you two have an ice cream riding on this game. So Dermot obviously going for the Giants, Carlton for Eddie. So take us into the change rooms of both. You are Leon.
Yeah, I don't think the Saints will get flogged against the Crows.
You are the Carlton
Crows
coach.
may not even be able to win.
They got to get back to the way they started. They started red hot. They put the pressure on. They kicked the first 5 goals, I think it was, of the game. Definitely 4. So, they was winning in the clearance. Bruce was getting his hands to it. But then Carlton midfielders was getting the ball, moving it forward.
You think the Saints will win that? Yeah, probably will, to be honest.
Allowing the pressure, they jacked it out. They were set up again, got it back in, and scored off that.
I think Leon here. Dem, final half has Giants.
Big game.
Yeah, look, he'd be
second half about to start.
He's been a coach who loves clearance
last
work, and
two coaches,
last
2 quarters for Leon Cameron into his career. It's a little bit dark here at Sydney.
monster-sized man out on the ground, but I'd worry
This
that
should
he
be
mightn't be able to run this
pretty
game
good
out, because I think if he
second
does,
half.
they should get on to stay on top in the clearance aspect. And you wanted.
Let me guys know what you guys have tipped
because he's got 2 or 3
for the game. I know I've got a couple of tips already. So the bullet in. Look at that, GWS whacks it forward. Whitfield. Looks like he's been playing forward today, which isn't that good. So you do want to see the game, hey Jaden? Okay. Suppose I'll just show the game. If everyone wants to see the game, they'll show it. Silvani marks it just to pass half forward. Great work by Patrick Cripps. Need a goal from him. And I'll just have to move it over quickly.
Well, probably one of the first times we've seen Cricket
Maybe
drag
move it a bit closer so you guys can view it a bit better.
and actually get a contested
Yeah.
mark situation.
Will
So,
that do?
See, how good was that kick from Silvani? He knew he was ready to push off, but Cripps couldn't signal. He had to let the kick go
It's still there,
first.
Jaden. Is that good enough?
game he's played this season for a career high. He's missed.
That's a really bad
Cripps set that match against Gold Coast when he was injured, but apart from that, over 30 possessions in every game. He's kicked goals in every game that he's played as well. The Carlton captain, 13 for the season. That's an equal career high for him.
Yeah,
So
30,
the
35,
Blues are leading.
31, 7, 32, 35,
Oh, Patrick
35,
Cripps has
and
got it
then
back.
today. And here
Plays
he is
on.
on cue.
And
Remarkable
kicks.
numbers he's had. That's winding back. It was a bit of a sloppy
Yes.
ball, but Taylor able to
Well rushed there
make
by the
sure that it
Giants
went through from
defenders.
behind.
So 2-point lead
So Cripps and Green,
to
two
the Blues.
balls on each other, aren't they, really? The modern midfielders.
Gee, he looked relaxed then, Leon. It was almost like he was
Now
taking
the
a
Giants
phone call from a friend,
putting
wishing him
in
well
hand
in his
passes.
last half of footy.
Kick to
Kemp, a
intercepted.
good sign. As he's working
It's a sloppy
himself
kick, but
into this Carlton lineup and starting
it
to
is a
have
pretty good
an
sign.
impact. Newman to Doherty. Play on. Feeds it forward. Saad.
They're on the move here,
Here's
the
the run and
Blues.
carry.
Adam Saad
The characteristic
running
bounce.
through the
4 or
centre.
5 paces and he'll go again.
That's a
Silvani the
decent
target
looking
again. Over
kick.
his head. He's lost
Now
Keith.
Silvani.
Can he think about a shot here, Jack
Silvani,
Silvani? No,
risky
he
looking
squares it up
kick.
to Motlop.
And now Motlop for his first goal in AFL.
Unselfish, disciplined play. And delivers
This
a
could be my
potential
video for
moment
the week.
for this youngster out of the West.
I reckon Sauce
Yeah,
there just
Motlop.
sense the moment there, sense the moment.
Family
And then we
getting
see
their phones
Daniel
out.
there getting his camera out ready to put it up on his
What a
social
great
media.
moment this would
I
be
can tip it is going to put it on
for a
Instagram and
young
Facebook
boy.
and everywhere. But
for
let's see how
Motlop.
young Motlop goes here.
Continuing the Motlop tradition. All of them have been handy
He goes
around
back
goals.
and kicks.
He's no
He's
exception.
first in AFL.
Jesse Motlop
Get around him.
sparks celebrations on the ground and in
Look
the
at
stand.
What about that for your first ever goal? I love it, the Blues.
Pride is the only word to
That's
describe the feeling right there on the face of his dad, Daniel Motlop. Played 130 games for North Melbourne and Port Adelaide, but part of that family, Uncle Shannon was a premiership player with North. Alan played a few games in the AFL, and Stephen still going at Port Adelaide, his uncles.
Yeah, well done, young lad.
So composed over the top of this, no problems at all. He's not affected by that. He's excited. His teammates got around him, congratulated. Daniel was up there, Dad, and of course Daniel's partner Talia as well there.
And all the family up in the NT would have been delighted to see him play his first
Yeah,
game, but
they're
they go
pretty
through
sick of
and kick a goal in his first game.
holding this up,
He's
so I
joined
may
that
have to
club.
give up
Great to see.
eventually.
Good fun to watch. Particularly someone that's been there, done it, like Daniel, and he knows how hard it is to get there. Wonderful moment for this young man.
Well, we could see another nephew-uncle combination going against each other during the year.
Yes. Green, smothered.
Sorry. Blues into a bit of a fender.
Had him a little high. Lockie Whitfield.
I reckon
Yeah,
Bob
was
lost at
a
half-time.
pretty good goal by the youngster.
Just had a look at
Lucky
Taylor
Whitfield's
going
been really
We need you to
bad.
roll up the sleeves against Braden Bruce. He's
If-
had 26 hit outs.
I didn't
10 of
have a-
those to advantage. To
Trade of Jack Steele, he'd probably be my premium to go this week. Lucky Whitfield.
For the Blues. And
Not
that's
by
going to
defence,
bring
fully
him
strong.
inside 50.
But
I
O'Driscoll
think
is my number one
I think
priority.
he
Him and
moved When he was told to stand, I think that was what the penalty was for.
Probably trade Steele down, to be honest.
He's not going to miss those 50-metre penalties, Leon Cameron, I wouldn't have thought, BT.
No, he won't. And a source of great frustration. So now Kennedy with this shot. What's that, about 35, 40 metres maybe? 2 in a row for the Blues.
There we go.
No problems at all.
Carlton have got the game in control now.
14 points.
Cameron doesn't look too happy.
Very nicely done.
And my hand's getting very, very sore.
Kennedy.
Now holding this.
That may well be Canelio's second 50 of the day.
Look, I'll probably have to stop doing this in a minute. If you guys want to see the game next time when I stream Western Bulldogs vs Gold Coast Suns, you guys will have to let me know.
This is the 50-metre penalty, I believe. So
I'll stop streaming so I can set something up, and that's a 50-metre.
Not a lot in it, I don't think. That warrants a 50-metre penalty. Kennedy, I reckon Bolty's one of the guys that Vossi would have gone to roll his sleeves up.
Kelly to Tom Green to Whitfield. Out in front of
So now can the Giants, they need a goal. Toby Green. Oh, Doherty. Kelly, that should go in. It's coming back. It's missed.
What do you mean not a lot in it, John? If he's in the protected zone, he's in the protected zone.
Yeah, but
That's
it's not
good.
affecting
Who is that?
Kennedy the way he's going to dispose of the ball, in my opinion.
Is
That's
that-
what I think. I don't think he's going to... That there
It's not
warrants a
Whitfield, is it?
50-metre
No,
penalty.
Tanner Bruin.
Stephen Canelio looks to be
Oh,
in
it's Stephen
trouble
Canelio,
here.
oh dear.
It's from the Doherty spoil.
Yeah.
A little
Oh,
chip
dear
over
me.
from Green. Just came in. An old-fashioned type knee right in the back.
That's really bad for Giants fans.
You just go to soldier on.
It's good to see he's up in the back.
Oh, yes.
Umpires
Yeah,
stopping the
pretty
game
bad.
again there, unusually. Are we stopping it for every injury now,
I
John?
really
Is that
don't want to
what's happening?
accidentally drop my laptop.
So I always thought it was in direct line with the play, and they could not play on
And
because of it.
Jordan. Good looking kick. Kerno.
Yep. Taylor, well done. Desperate defence.
Good.
Hayden and Keith both congratulate him.
Good to see that Canelio is okay.
Canelio recovers.
Just going back to that 50 rule, BT, I think if you go to
I've had
exit,
enough.
you go to your quick and exit, and I think Canelio was going to his quick and
My
exit
hands.
out of that protected area.
He's getting sore. I can't really change hands because it's too far away.
Kerno on the one-on-one with Taylor. Got out the back, and he get a boot till he tried.
That might be a minus score.
So,
Yeah, so if you guys want to see me stream
25
next
goals in his past 7 games
next
for the Blues. He
game,
was
yeah,
goalless in
might have
round
to
one
let me
against
know.
Richmond. 6 last week against Adelaide. Bags of 5 as well already this season, but well held today as the Giants come forward. Really lets everyone down.
Well, he had Brooks in the middle. He had a spear in the middle. He needed to use either by hand. He couldn't get there by foot, but he didn't use his handball there. He kicked to a one-on-two situation.
Great hands from
I'll
Dirk.
put it in the comments.
He's a lively little player.
So, Carlton just want to try it out. That's a very bad kick. Straight to Josh Kelly. 7 viewers, that's great. That's
For the Giants again, retreating first.
most I've ever had live on a stream before.
Those options to switch the play
6
closed
now.
down by Carlton. So it's going
Giants
back
just
down
been
the
trying to
side
kick
from
mark.
Kane.
This is their type of game style that you'd expect them to play under Leon Cameron. Hope this new coach makes the Giants take a bit more risks. That's what I want the new coach to do. Giants just don't take enough risks, and that's going to be 50. Had to be 50, and it is. Connor Iden will just keep running.
There's the instructions. You heard it from the umpire.
You reckon he'll keep running? Look at him go, running through the middle. That's a big risk, and it's worked. That's when Giants play their risk footy. They do well. And there could be a free kick. There is. Free kick. This should be an easy goal, and it's going to go against him. I don't know who it is. Harry Himmelberg should kick the goal, though, in the meantime.
Smart use of the ball behind.
It's going against
Blazed away. Carlton had numbers
the
back, but lowered
Youngers.
his eyes and hit up Toby Green.
So yeah, the Giants, Melbourne versus West Coast is about to start soon. So yeah, I'll keep updates during in and there through that game. And that's a goal. Well done, Harry. Very nice goal. That's a very big goal.
So Himmelberg to the rock, two in a row, and Carlton by just 8 points.
It was a big goal, that one. I don't think GWS will win. Who knows? But that was a much needed goal, and it's gone against. I think it's gone against Brody Kemp. No wonder he's a youngin as well. Rare to see him getting games. Always plays in the VFL. Braden Bruce. That's a nice hit out. And we've dropped some viewers, but we have gotten some nice amount of likes, which is good.
Kennedy, Chera, Cripps, Doherty going by, floating ball, Durden playing in front, which is where he
Good mark. You go back for his third.
Has he got the journey here? He's going back with a look of confidence. This brigade of fleet-footed smalls that Carlton has at its disposal for the quick reply. Durden's kick.
That's a good kick, but didn't have enough leg. DeConning. Oh, he's goal. Oh, he's missed. How did he miss that?
Durden and Owies, all those crafty small forwards, unable to get it done.
Quickly back into play. The youngster was on Hamilton, but he may have infringed here. Want to compete
with Sam Taylor currently off. Connor Iden's got the match up with Charlie Curnow in the goal square.
It's good to see you still here.
Here it comes right on top of their heads.
Despite me not showing the game all. Conning nearly took a big mark earlier in this game.
We've seen consecutive boundary throw-ins from Carlton in the first quarter. They were able to get shots on goal. They've got a bit of a set play where they go
See, at the moment,
this is a perfect scenario for
we've already managed to get 48 viewers on this live stream. So yeah, thanks guys. That's really handy. Now Chera, this game's heating up. That's going to come back enough for a point, I reckon. No, it's at my full. A little bit of a
so dangerous in that situation.
Glitch delay there.
Football in numbers and get the numbers
there. Risky hook. In fact, that's going over Haynes' head. Out in the full. Owies will take this. And weird looking kick. Especially going all the way back to O'Brien.
Charlie Curnow, the deepest target. He goes for Cripps.
Long ball. Owies. Let him come back. Goal. Oh, he's missed again, Owies.
So two opportunities go begging, and
probably should kick that.
Disguising his frustration overly well.
I don't understand there, Bolts, that the drop punt is the best option from there. He went across his body with his right foot. It's an impossible shot.
So it's a long ball. Himmelberg, great mark. Great courage, great mark. So, full time for a stat update. 2 Giants up the top, but that's it. That's all Carlton. Kelly, Bruce, Doherty, Chera, Hewitt, Walsh, Durden, Kennedy. And Cripps is slowly going in. Kelly, Newman, Sard. Now Doherty should send it long, sends it short and finds a good option. The youngster Motloff. What's he going to do? Small looking kick. Good mark. What's Jack Silvani going to do? He should send it long. Wiedering. Wide ball. Will work too. And Jack Carroll, the youngster. Good kick. Now Nick Newman. He'll look to send it either wing side, in the centre, or long. And he sends it long and wide, and it's out the full. Ball kick. Josh Collins is tackling machine today. It's 10-point margin, 10 minutes left of the third. And that's not the best looking kick. And may sit for Cottrell as well. It does. Nunes. So the Blues are going to go back. And now the Blues just trying to swing it around on this wing. Great mark. Oh no, he hasn't marked that, Cripps. Now the Giants. Green. Got it from Ash. And Callum Ward, the former captain of the Giants. That's not a bad kick. Perryman, you think, would send it to the top of the square. And he's gotten stuck, so he kicks it all the way back. Ash. Not a bad kick. He's just got to bomb it in there, Isaac Cumming. He's got to do something. He does send it very, very long. And a good piece of that to Kemp. Cottrell. Nunes stepped around too. Not a bad kick. Silvani. Good kicks, Fisher. That's a nice hand pass. Hewitt got absolutely balled by one of the Giants. This game's getting really hot. It's end to end. It's just from one end to another. Green did well, and the Giants survive another day. Yeah, they survive yet one other day. That's a good mark by O'Brien. Oh, goal! O'Brien's bombed it from outside forward 50 in a hard wing spot. Great goal. Great goal.
Carlton has just that little bit of breathing space now. A 16-point margin. So the Blues with 3 goals to 1 in this third term.
Brilliant finish. Yeah, well done, Lockie O'Brien. Brilliant goal. So 91% of you guys are saying Carlton's going to win. That's a lot, especially seeing how close it currently is.
Well, that was just a perfect long shot on goal, just missed at the moment. But Nick Newman, a little earlier, didn't go quick. And this time, he did go quick and used the ball quite well. And then pumped it out to Lockie O'Brien, who just measured that nicely.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
Yep. 16
Lockie O'Brien sends it long. Not a bad kick either. And Taylor, good mark. Yeah, come on, the Blues. Good to see all you guys. The Blues, 9% of you. 11 votes, 9% of you guys are tipping the Giants. And it's a weird-looking kick, but it may work. So we got all Blue supporters. Yeah, the Blue Baggers should hopefully win this game. Still anyone's game for me, though. That's not a bad kick. And, Himmelberg was so close. Chera just panic-kicked it straight to Perryman. And Perryman from outside 50, or maybe right on the 50. Could kick the goal. It was a big kick.
Knowing that they've got time and space to run and carry the ball out. And that was a direct opportunity for him to do that. But just the pressure for the Giants there. Just a long ball in.
Yeah, he's a big kick here, Perryman. Just like Kennedy. He can kick a long way. And look at that. Look at that. Straight through the middle. Big monster goal. And Harry Perryman kicks a simple goal. Yeah, your boo didn't work there. Your boo did not work at all.
Great altitude to the footy. And the rest was history. That was well done. And they are backward in 10.
10-point game here, oh dear. It's a very close game right now. 6 minutes until the game starts. For the other game, and Look at that kick by De Boer's. Good. Himmelberg didn't mark. And the panic kick out of there by Chera straight to Perryman. Perryman goes back from outside forward 50. Kicks a simple goal. So yeah, got 5 minutes and 10 seconds until this game starts.
Of the Cameron era. Hewitt and Chera, fish of the target.
So let's see what happens now. Long ball. Very high, very long.
Presenting up the field.
In this camp, Hewitt.
Tom Green
Sard.
straight to Sard. Dispossessed by Toretto.
Oh, that's incorrect disposal. Had to be. Green. It doesn't matter. The Giants have got it. Green drops it. Well done by Carroll. Did very, very well there, the youngster. Got it to Wiedering. Wiedering coming. Jumped on the back. Yeah.
Just a fundamental error there by Green. Just obviously speed, bit of pressure around him. 9 times out of 10, BT, he'll take that cleanly at speed.
So much on the line for both here. The Blues looking to consolidate a spot in the top 4. The Giants looking to stay in
Yeah, got 12 votes now. GWS 17%. Not bad. Long ball, Iden. Good mark. He reckons it's all over. If they don't win, I reckon it was all over after last week's game. They're going to change the camera angle a bit.
So Bruce unloads now. Himmelberg in the pack. Ward's there. Noon's the little kick out of the pack. It's 2-on-1 here. Did well, Motlop, to force the contest. Sam Walsh to Noons and out to Newman, and Newman short by foot finds Chera. And Chera at halfback.
What's Adam Chera going to do?
Just getting numbers behind
Wide ball.
So Carlton can't get a win. Get a player at the back.
Nunes presented again, further up the
So
field.
Jackie Nunes. Well, 5.5 minutes left of this term. The Blues have controlled most of it,
An excellent return.
but not all of it.
Walsh.
That's a good mark by Walsh.
Laverson.
Good hand pass. Back to Hewitt. Long ball. And Kerner has had a pretty bad day. Oh, Durden's got it. On. I think that's hit the back of the post. It has too. Oh dear. He's missed that one, Durden.
Was he doing this stuff?
And it's 11 points.
Durden? Because he has been terrific, hasn't he? That would have been his third.
Pressuring as well, BT. And Tully's has brought that element as well.
3 goals, 6 this quarter, the Blues. So a couple of opportunities they've let slip. Jimmy Bartell, one of the board members, of course. The Giants sitting with the CEO of the Giants, Dave Matthews. Then Buckley there as well. High footy, idle the punch away. Got to work now with Phil. Chasing O'Brien. Sard now. Got in with Phil. Newman under real pressure. Giants can go through the middle here if they can get the clean ball. They can now. Beautiful.
So now the Giants. Toby Green. And well done, Carlton. Intercept. They want to go quick. They want to get it out of there quick. 4.5 minutes left on the clock. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, come on, the Blues. No, great, 100%.
Getting noisier. Every tackle now, every goal now. Every chain of possession so important. Not even yet at 3/4 time. Bruce, his knees almost getting that tap. Carroll floats the key. It's a hospital job. And Cumming picked him off. Still alive for the Blues. Nunes received it from Durden. High kick into the
Whitfield's
middle.
got
Whitfield
it.
intercepts for the Giants. So Whitfield, can he launch an attack quickly here? Still getting back into transition, the Blues. They're there now, so this will be tough.
Now the Giants just want to control around the footy, get some marks, get some disposals up.
So just a momentary lull.
So Lockie Ash, it's not quick anymore. It's been a pretty quick quarter.
3.5 minutes to three-quarter time.
And this could be a big moment.
Ward goes for the all or nothing.
Interesting kick, risky. And Keith's got a free kick.
There were 4 Carlton players surrounding him.
Good looking kick as well.
To Taranto.
Tim Taranto, he's a great player, Tim.
Put his fist up there and probably spoiled that rather than give the
He's a
free kick away.
brilliant player.
Coming long. Here comes Riccardi. The spoil there by Kent. Picked up by
Now the
Kelly.
Giants want to flick around some more handballs. Oh, he's dropped it. Callahan. Oh, that's a bit sour, that free kick. Oh, he's given away 15 metres for dissent. And Callahan's going to get a gift goal. And I don't know if this is his first or not in footy. Thanks for the 7 views. Currently, and Callahan kicks a goal. 5-point game. We have got a massive game on our hands here.
So well done by the Giants within 5 on the eve of three-quarter time. And Wiedering, he first of all knew he'd made contact that wasn't allowed. And then when the arms went in the air, we've seen a couple of those paid this weekend already, Dotto. Brett Rosebery had no difficulty in paying.
Yeah, that was a little bit rough on Wiedering, I do agree.
Here's the big tackle,
Definitely.
a massive tackle there by Cummings. Just came in, drived him, great executive tackle. Come here, I guess Wiedering thinking that he was going to take the ball. Callahan,
I've tipped Melbourne by 118 points tonight against the Eagles, and, well, let's see if they've kicked the goal yet. They haven't.
Kelly, penetrating kick to the edge of 50.
Back West Coast are controlling early possession, which isn't good.
Perryman.
So Perryman sends it long, and the Giants have the lead. Look out, Carlton. Get it out of there, Carlton. Come on, Walsh. Well done. I do like Carlton. If you've seen my ranking video, I've ranked them quite highly in my tier lists. I do not like the Giants, so I want Carlton to win this game. I've tipped them to win, so they better win. That's 50 metres. And Isaac Cumming is not happy.
It looked like it was a simple step then from Cumming. I think that's what it was for.
It did break Geelong bottom. I do not like Geelong at all. It's not anything personal. It's hate everything about Geelong.
Cumming doesn't have an argument though, does he? He's going with it. They're a bit reluctant
No offense,
to
but
argue these days.
to me, there's nothing good about
So Kennedy,
Geelong.
who was surviving year to year,
And it clearly shows you, because my 2 least favourite players in the game are... he's missed that, Kennedy. Probably should have kicked that. My 2 least favourite players in the game are Jeremy Cameron and Tom Hawkins. So, yeah, that's probably why they're my least favourite team, to be honest.
Michael Voss leaves the box.
I already hated Jeremy Cameron when he was at GWS. Just hated me more at Geelong.
They want to go for it. Haynes rips it quickly into an attacking position.
So you don't like Collingwood, do you? So we've got a bit of a rivalry going on
For Carroll here.
between
Under pressure.
Geelong and Collingwood.
Down to the full, so Lockie Whitfield will get onto this and they can
And he looks a bit sore there.
Taranto's really deep with
That
Plough,
Carlton
and that's a
player.
matchup
West
you like
Coast.
if you're Taranto.
This is insane. Look at this.
Whitfield now.
Oh my God. West Coast are winning. It is a miracle.
Now O'Brien
Jake Waterman, well done.
slides it down the line.
That is a miracle. Can I just be honest with you? My other big call I was thinking about is Melbourne lead for the entire game.
Haynes is a big kick of the footy.
Good thing I didn't tip that because, well, yeah, it's really see why. So it's getting really red hot at the moment. 38 seconds left. It's a 6-point game. Walsh, good kick, and Silvani back to Walsh. Caden's face. Are you watching the live stream, are you? That sounds funny. I'm sure Caden's face would be very, very funny. Might get his live stream up, actually. Caden McDonald. Pretty sure he's streaming the game.
Have to rush it quickly down the ground if they're to score here, the Giants.
Oh, there he is. Caden McDonald. So, three-quarter time here, 66 playing 72. He looks confused.
Half an hour ahead of him in his final match as coach of Greater Western Sydney. 10-6-66 to 10-12-72.
He doesn't look too happy. I mean, good thing I didn't do that big call because I'd already had a big X around that. Instead, I did D's to win clearances by 25 or more. I doubt they'll get that either. West Coast have come to play. They've kicked the first goal. This is a miracle chance.
Paris, this is where we keep the snakes.
Caden McDonald.
But Cozzy grabs it, strike from 50 metres out. It's Christ.
Melbourne have missed one.
Oh, man.
He doesn't look too happy about it, too. Does Caden?
At HBF, we're as passionate about our members as you are about the game.
Can you show the screen? I can't do that.
How good is this tradie body wash?
Yeah, I felt like a bit angry.
So good. Tradie body wash, fresh bits and bits.
Up by heart, gives the sure. Gives the petty.
You only live once, right?
Ryan.
Just need to get my credit card out.
Rachel goes down to the wing.
What? Makes it hard for me to spend, so I just need a little more to invest. Do you mind? It's easier if you do it. 3, 2,
covered in a minute.
You should use Raise. It rounds up every purchase to the nearest dollar to save and invest as I spend.
Don't trust yourself.
You're bulling. It's a big
Maybe. You could be right. Well, it depends. Collingwood are an underperforming team. If that's good, if that is true, that means we could beat them next week. Yeah, Cadis' face. It doesn't look too happy. Oh, I'll get rid of his live stream now. I tipped Melbourne by 118 points, and they better do it. I hope so.
By itself, the
I'll check
combo
the
of tender Aussie
clearances.
chicken, cheese, tomato, and aioli is deluxe. But
At
add
the
another
moment,
piece of
Melbourne
chicken,
have
and
2
you're in double
clearances.
chicken deluxe town. Chicken and Macca's together and loving it.
At the moment, no. Not too many.
Isabel asked how bad can cut-price coffee
I think
beans
get
be.
a bit more soon.
The answer, Isabel, is bad. And Felicity considered cheap home insurance that promised big cover.
This could be
When it comes to the important stuff, don't risk bargain
a
regret.
big last quarter.
Go
Seeing
here
it's only
instead.
1 goal.
Worried about cheap insurance? Who offers great value cover you won't regret? Amy does.
I'm hoping it's good.
Just need to get my credit card out.
What?
Do you mind? It's easier if you do it.
Don't trust yourself to save.
You should use Raise.
Round up every purchase to save and invest.
History.
It remembers names.
House of the Dragon begins August 22 on Foxtel.
Orange and white, Carlton fans. Crips. Listen to the applause.
Sunday ticket on Fox.
What a moment for this young man, 18 years of age, Jesse Motlock, on debut, kicking his first goal in the AFL. A very proud moment
Yeah,
for
it's a big goal by the young kid.
family, Eddie Betts.
It is.
that was fantastic by Jack Silvani too, because he was on the run and he could have kicked that goal, but to see his dad Daniel in the crowd there, and he's got a very rich history with all the Motlops playing in the AFL. You know, Shannon, Stephen, and Daniel. So I think Carlton and Port already played each other, didn't they? So they won't meet. He won't meet his uncle.
Right, okay,
that'd
that'd be
uncle.
interesting.
So
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, no, but that was a very
Yeah,
special
was that
moment for
Carlton
Motlops
v
family.
Port Adelaide
Cracking game
game
at
too?
Giants Stadium this afternoon. Scores were tied at halftime. Now it is Carlton leading by 6 points. And gents, buckle up. This is going to be a big last term.
It's a beauty, isn't it? They are leading by 6 scoring shots in that quarter, though. So I thought they still moved the ball better. They were +9 for contested possessions in that quarter, Carlton. They're 21-10 for clearances. So all the stats are saying if they can move the ball
it'd be pretty surprising
better
if
than the
they're not
Giants
up.
as well,
They're up
all
by
the
8
stats are
points.
saying
Tracker.
they should win this game.
Times McDonald pick
This is
again,
a
all game on
game
the
that
score there.
Leon is going to plead. Right as we're speaking
Kane
here now,
Chandler's the
he will
local
be
sub.
pleading for an
the D's,
ungodly
Patrick Mason,
amount of
the
effort
Eagles.
in this last quarter.
Tim Kelly
Anyway,
started
we
well.
really have to
So
factor
too
in the
Witherden, Brad Clark,
Leon Cameron, factor in that this is his final quarter in charge of this club, a club he's been at for the last decade.
Yeah, well, they need to dig deep. You know, like you're saying, it's his final quarter. And GWS, they're taking marks and they're coming back off and they're hitting those 45. What they need to do is give that hammer receive to him.
Yeah.
Move the ball quick because it doesn't allow Carlton to get back and to defend. So
tell you one thing, I'm pretty pissed off at Lockie Whitfield. He's played forward this whole game.
It's not an error.
He's been really,
that
really poor.
separates these two teams. And I mean
One good thing though, Durden's played well. I may keep him in that D6, F6, sorry. Another week, seeming he's done well. Just one more week, I'd say that.
Charlie's hadn't kicked a goal. 2 score involvement skills, just drinking beers. So, small forwards need to kick some goals.
Put your feet up, Gil, and enjoy this final quarter. What can the Giants produce?
So this should be a pretty big last quarter. Leon Cameron's last quarter at a coach. And here we go, Trent Green. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful out of the middle. Cummings gone to the middle. Well done, Wiedering. Great defense. Well done. Got to be very, very careful here, Carlton. There's Matthew Kennedy.
Just knows how to work his opponent under the ball and know where the drop zone is.
Sure, Kennedy will try and send it down the line. He just goes to Newman instead. Being very, very careful here, the Blues not to make an error.
The angles, the Blues to try and weave their way.
And they can't make an error. They've got to be very, very careful.
GWS defence. Out of the contest.
Great mark. Braden Bruce has been very, very good.
For the Giants. Looks into the corridor, sees little on option. We're on offer.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the option, see me next week. I'm training. I'll just go up to someone so I can get Jack Carroll off my field. I don't like Jack Carroll on my field at all. Then again, I don't really like Corey Durden there too, but he's performed quite well, better than Nick Martin, so that's definitely earned a spot.
Is it going to send the Blues on their merry way? There's a goal in it. Thank you. No one really remembers the start of your coaching career, but everyone remembers the end.
And there's a high free kick going to Matthew Kennedy. And Melbourne kicked another goal. They kicked 3 goals. By now, he's kicked up 10. Does he pick it? Well, they're like 10 minutes into the first. They're going to be a bit better than that. So.
Just to make sure they're right in this game if they're in. Whether there's a major change, we'll come back to you in a
So
moment.
Walsh, good flick. And Silvani, good mark. Silvani can go back and kick hopefully a much needed goal for Carlton.
Well, I reckon just what I'd like to see, I guess, from Carlton's point of view. There it is. Just putting an elbow to the throat of not much in it at all.
Just getting up, really.
But what I'd like to see both into the ground, BT, is just isolation.
So now Silvani. Good leverage on the footy.
He's missed it.
Got the journey.
Oh, that's a mark. Right next to the line, Charlie Curnow. Well done. Charlie Curnow's a superstar. Yeah, come on, the baggers. Curnow kicks that for... Nearly hit the post there. And they had the first goal of the last, and Royal Cameron looks to be sent off in style. The D's have their fourth. Scoring a Bailey French. Great start by Quizzy Pickett. Just trying to figure out something for my fantasy. Because everything seems to be good except Jack Steele. Just trying to see which mid I should target.
Super marking by Curnow. Taylor's done pretty well most of the night, but just a great contested mark. But to answer your question this little bit before, BT, I'd like to see that getting forward entries to the Giants. I'd like to see isolation. Get all your forwards up and isolate a Green. On the other hand, for Carlton, maybe isolate a Cripps or a Curnow. They're coming out again, the Blues. Cripps to
Here they go, Carlton. Long ball. Come on, baggers. Silvani, Kennedy, Cripps, Fisher, Hewitt. Okay.
One more goal here would really start to ask some questions of the Giants' resilience. Came back from 27 points down early in the game, belted forward by Cottrell. Haynes knocked Owies off it, diving at the legs. So Owies going low, Haynes getting the free.
So this is going to be the real brave thing. Can someone from this position slot up someone in the corridor? This time he has to go wide. Just wonder when that call is going to come. Hewitt spinning out of the pack, got the handball off to Kemp. Kemp delivers wide. Owies is dragged down the advantage. We made it again. They keep going from the boundary line. Slotted the ball to Curnow. Is this the break the Blues need? This would make it a 3-goal game. He plays on Curnow around the corner and he's got Carlton by 3 goals.
Got it. Much needed. I figured out something for my fantasy. That took a little while. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not going to give up my plan just in case some others trying to do the same thing. So, I wasn't paying attention there. Charlie Curnow's kicked 2 goals here. I lead it by 3, and it'd be pretty hard for them to lose it from here. Melbourne have just kicked the behind, and that behind is going to the young ruckman and Luke Jackson.
Well, the free kick probably wasn't there, but touch.
Yeah, look at the Coleman medal. Charlie Curnow is equal second with Tom Hawkins. Jerry Cameron and Wright equal third with 25, and Tom Lynch is leading the Coleman. Well done. I think our leading goal kick is Brady Marchek. Something like that. So Paddy Cripps is going to send it long and strong, and great mark. It's all Carlton. And they are trying to send off Leon Cameron in brilliant style. And it's Jack Carroll. Boy, this would be great for my fantasy team, and he won't be on my field next week. I guarantee you he won't be on my field next week.
Voss loves the way this youngster goes about it. He'd love him even more if he could put this right through the middle. The left footer on approach.
So, oh no.
Push that kick. You can see David Rowe working.
Missed it.
To his right. So Carlton
Missed it pretty badly too.
the Giants away.
Turns into a 4-goal game though, doesn't it? I guess. All right, what can they do? Got Kennedy to launch from defence. He picks out Iden in the pocket. Who's going to be the person that makes that kick back
So, an interesting kick.
Down the boundary line and think they're going to win this. Because Carlton can defend just like that.
Yeah, they need some overlap run, BT. They just need to be able to be bowled through the middle, at least the Giants, and just go into an open forward line. They've been playing quite deep forward at times.
Who do they need to get it in the hands of in that back end? Do you think to make that kick? Bolt?
Oh, Ideally, the likes of Kelly or Whitfield, they're the ones who...
But Whitfield hasn't even been playing back. He's been playing forward or something. Forward pocket is really bad. I'm definitely going to think about trading him in the next couple of weeks. And now Connor Stones. Melbourne have yet another. Lizzie Pickett's dominating. He's got 5 goals and there's still 7 minutes left of the term. I wouldn't be surprised if I kicked another 5, to be honest. Well, West Coast did kick the first goal, so they did have the lead at some point. You've got to be pretty proud of that. Connor Stone, you'd think, would kick this. I mean, oh my goodness. That is absolutely shocking. Lucky to even score. Just snuck in for a point. So Doherty with the kick in. A long ball. Taylor slaps it. O'Brien. Cripps. Oh, he just got rid of Hamilton beautifully. He's too small. Oh, he's just too small. Big chance for the Giants to score, but the Blues too good. Newman sends it long. Silvani. Oh, brilliant sidestep around Haynes. And kicks the match winner for the Blues. Great finish by Silvani. And Carlton lead it by 4 goals. You'd think they wouldn't lose it from here.
He's got 2 goals today from a player whose position within this lineup was marginal. He was vulnerable. He's turned himself into a very accomplished footballer, contributing week after week. 24 points.
It's been very good today, Silvani, without Harry Mackay. Coleman medalist from last year.
He's kicked the 2 goals so far. That there was just poise, knowing the moment, knowing the situation, knowing that he had to go through, break the 50, and then swap that goal.
So 3 consecutive goals in the last quarter.
Tell you what, Stephen Cornelio has been pretty bad too. Long ball. Interesting kick by Hamilton. Hamilton hasn't been bad.
Next week, off hands, Whitfield, Plowman, Chera. Now the 1-on-1 here with Kerno and Taylor. Hayden kept it alive, had to get it off the deck there, Ash. Taylor again, under real pressure. Hamilton shakes the tackle, now Perryman.
Gee, that's pretty good.
Kick's got to be good.
There by the Blues. I'm down by 260 points. In my fantasy, I'm down. I'm going to get it. From here, no.
There's been a frustration of fans and critics of the Giants. Lack of bravery with ball in hand. Long ball inside the attacking 50. Silvani's mopping up. He's caught though by Stone. Ball rumbles free. Whitfield caught now.
Yeah. Well done, Blues.
So a free kick to the Blues? No. Well, he's had a couple of goes there. Silvani boundary throwing out aside.
Oh, let's go. Oh, right, never mind. I got a bit confused there. I thought Lockie Whitfield was going to get a free. If the goal might have changed the result of my fantasy if he kicked it. But he didn't even get a shot after all. So what are the Giants going to do here? They must kick one in the next 2 minutes, you'd say, if they're a chance of winning this game. And they want to go around. And they want to go around the long way. But could it be the smart way? Mark, oh no. Got to be careful. Kennedy's too tired. He won't get there in time. Perryman, Riccardi, Kelly's been best of field by far. Now Ward, look at that. Brilliant swing around. And he's missed it. That was the one that could have kept them in the game. That could have been. The one that was in the game. Geelong Rep, if you're in the chat, love how you've been doing uploads. You got a lot of subscribers. Mate. Yeah, when's your next video coming out? Good to see video 7. I've seen all your videos so far. 26 subscribers, that's not bad.
Separation for a rare occasion on Taylor. Adam Kennedy to Himmelberg goes early, unrealistically, and it was marked by Wiedering.
I mean, my favourite video of yours is probably the tier making. I did the tier making as well.
Kennedy today. To the wing for Cripps, who's got the size advantage. He was manhandled, no free kick. Fisher. And now O'Brien.
O'Brien just close to the boundary line, kicks down and down to the good. Hey, Fox, if you could insert a magic ingredient into the Carlton team, you think they need just one more thing. What is it, do you reckon?
Well, I think if you look at obviously Jim's injury and things like that, and Harry Mackay, they're pretty
all right, Blues, just need to finish it off now.
Additional bit of run off half back, and perhaps that, another, and obviously we put that down at this point as well.
2 more behinds, just need 4 more behinds until I get another big call correct. I'm not going to spoil anything. It'll be a very special video tomorrow morning. And I'll be back here.
The ground keeping needs to be in a position to play on. Carlton doing a really good job at making the kick over the mark. Even though Keith is to the side of the mark. What about that? Why was he told to get back over his mark? Callahan done a good job to get back out there and play with the injury, and McCartney strong in front. So it's just not quite done yet. There's still a lot of time, 10 minutes. This to get it back to a 17-point margin.
This could be the big goal. Let's get some back in it. So Jack Riccardi, and he comes. How about Melbourne's first quarter? 6 goals, 5. Probably been a bit inaccurate than anything. Spargo just kicked a point. Has kicked a goal and keeps Leon Cameron's end game hopes of winning alive. Pickett, Ronnie, Oliver, Jackson, McGovern, Witherden. Great starts for them. And that's a great finish by Jack Riccardi. So the Giants are not done with yet. Come on. Come on, Carlton. You can do it. Everyone in the chat probably believes in you. Yeah, lame-o Giants. 17-point game. Still alive. 9 minutes left. The Giants still hungry for the win. Cornelio hasn't been good ever since that injury.
Sub-jersey off, guys. So just looking at Connor Stone, he's had his left hammy checked out. So just waiting to see if the sub has been made.
Looks like Connor Stone is out. He's been off the bench for 6 to 7 minutes ever since missing it. Look at that. Brilliant work by Carroll. And that's on the ball. Well done, Sam Taylor. Well done, Giants.
8.5 minutes.
Oh, great mark, Sam Taylor. Yeah, the Giants have improved in this last 3 to 4 minutes. And they have a chance for a late A sneaky chance of winning.
Yeah, you're either going to make a mistake by trying to win the game
Oh,
or not make any mistake.
scrappy kick by Kennedy. That was a nothing kick. Iden. Good fist by Nunes. Sard. Look at Sard go. Look at him go. Takes 2 bounces. Gets himself into trouble. Goes back. O'Brien. Motlop, the youngster. Hamilton's been pretty good off half back today. Chara. Taranto. Now Jack Nunes. I'm so intrigued about what the Giants are going to do next week with their new coach. And wins the game for the Blues. Sam Doherty, look at him. All the players come to him. He's fallen over. Sam Doherty. Oh my God. That was huge. He's kicked that about 60 meters. And that is definitely the match winner.
After all he's been through, playing so well.
Well, it was a chain of blunders and then
And the Giants were improving, but that goal could be the blow.
And not only he didn't just bounce it through, it actually hit it on the fly and went about 2 or 3 metres past the goal line. That was a ripping kick and a long one.
Michael Voss, of course, I think his first coach when he was back at Brisbane, John, I think he'd be right in saying that. And it goes to be held.
Interesting goal. Great mark by Harry Himmelberg. So the Giants aren't out of it yet. Quarter time. West Coast 1 goal. 6 to Melbourne. 6 goals, 5-41. Harry Himmelberg, the next bird of these. He's got to kick it in the next 2 seconds. Come on, hurry up and kick it, Himmelberg. Kick the ball. Missed. And he's missed it by a long way. How bad is that going to be? Bobby Hill's in. Connor Stone's out with a hamstring. He's gone. So Bobby Hill comes on to enjoy the last 6.5 minutes of Leon Cameron's career.
It's just so instinctive.
Long ball.
Curno's got to run at this.
Now Durden under it. Cripps wrapped up. Green. Fisher.
He's probably run about 30 metres.
The ball up.
Take a bounce of the footy to almost balance them and that moment of composure. Yeah.
That's exciting when he has ball in
Yeah,
there.
Carroll's definitely in the risk of being dropped at this point, so definitely have to get rid of him. Whitfield's been pretty poor.
No Harry Mackay. Lewis Young, a key back out of the side, already a depleted back line for the Blues. The fact they've never won at the showgrounds. Then the added motivation for
Tom
the Giants
Green's
with Leon Cameron
been there.
departing, and yet
Durden's
Carlton
been
has
better
come
than Green.
and produced in a big way again.
And there's a 22-point lead currently. Hopefully it goes to a 15-point lead, to be honest, because I would mean I'd get the tip correct. And I'm going to give you guys a clue. I've already gotten a tip exactly perfectly spot on correct this week. Good to see Whitfield's back. Whitfield free. Whitfield free kick.
Whitfield looking a bit sore in the picture there as well.
Good, injure him.
Down the line, Bruce.
No, I need him to play. Despite him being bad, I need him to play.
2 first quarter goals today. They were back to back and looking very dangerous. Kemp now. Wondering whether you think the Giants, whether they've got the maximum out of themselves under Leon Cameron now, Jono, or whether you think a new
Whitfield been bad, you say? Yeah, he's been bad. Kind of. I think he's been disappointing. If he's in the game, we'll definitely be closer. And well on by Taylor. Let Whitfield take the kick in. Come on. Get some fantasy points up, mate. I need you. And it's a long ball down the line by Zach Cunning.
positional changes
Hewitt.
of individuals within the team, and maybe they've had
Kemp.
their own way for a long time. Under
Saab.
the coach, and now a new set of
Nunes.
eyes or a lens
Walsh.
from another
Kennedy
coach
wrapped up.
may just revive someone
Gets
else's
out.
career or give them a new role
Gets it to
and
Carroll, who
responsibility
drops
within
it.
the football club.
Absolute piece of shit he is.
You can see the
Nunes.
talent's still there.
Walsh.
Dragged
Carroll's
down.
really
Nobody
bad.
liked the tackle.
I'm going to have to get Carroll off the field immediately.
Like we've seen some,
Get O'Driscoll to Cameron.
things that have happened
Switcher
within
and
the
Nick
league
Martin.
this year. We've seen
Nice
Daniel
because they're
Rioli
that
being
part of
put
my
to a
plan.
halfback flank, and who would ever thought that was going to happen? And he's gone great guns in his football career this year, in his football season.
42 in-outs today for Braden Bruce. What a game he's played. Even with that injured hand that he injured in the first quarter, but he's fine with it.
He's now looking intent on the set shot. So for his third, which would be a career high equal.
It's a long, tubby kick, and it's a behind. So, 4-goal game. So, just over 3.5 minutes left of the quarter.
Speed on the ball. Yeah, some fluency. I'd love to see them play with a little bit more dare. They're obviously highly skilled. That hasn't translated to
So, long ball.
Giants football. They're not
And
tsunami that we saw
it's a
years
drop
ago.
mark.
Teams have been able to shut them
Hewitt.
down at times.
There's Patrick Cripps. Gets around 2. And Canelo and Whitfield. Green. Smothered kick.
I guess
Walsh.
one of the good things for the Giants this year
Silvani.
is had a terrific
Doherty.
year.
Good kick. O'Brien. He's going to send it long. No, he's going to send it wide and backwards. And they're happy just to control the footy a bit here, Carlton. Goes back to
Perspective, they are and have put themselves into a really good launch position.
long ball down the line
The number 4 spot,
to Conning.
telling everyone that they
And
are
now
a good
Lockie
side.
O'Brien. That's a good looking kick. Not quite by Colonel. Fisher. Good looking tackle. The ball. Well done. Well done, Zach Fisher.
And this is the thing, I guess, with the new coach that
Well done indeed.
Carlton have got in Michael Voss is that from time to time we see Carlton go out to, in previous years, go out to lead, fade away and not come back. I think Carlton have been able to do this, and it's
We've got 24 points. So I'm kind of hoping he misses this. 24 points for my big call to be correct. Come on, miss it, Fisher. Miss it. Come on. Kick a point.
So Fisher for a little bit of icing on the
And
cake.
he has
That'll extend
kicked a beautiful goal. Well done, Zach Fisher. Yeah, Fisher has been good. There's 5 goals.
get there today. But he's been a wonderful servant of the Giants Footy Club, Leon Cameron. He's done it with class, boys. And Michael Voss now emerging with his second go at it. So Carlton essentially pushing it back out beyond where it was at the start. There were early alarm bells ringing for the Giants. This is a moment of contemplation here. We see one man thinking about 2 minutes and life after coaching the GWS Giants, and the journey is about to begin for the
So ball up. Last 2 minutes of Leon Cameron's career at the Giants. Well, he's coaching them.
players. They're coming from a long, long way back. It has been a giant contribution from Leon Cameron. He got them so close. He got them to grand final day. A couple of losing prelims as well. His winning record over 50%. So the legacy is large. After a distinguished playing career with the Bulldogs in Richmond, and the best and fairest of the Dogs in 1993. He's had a really good stint at GWS, a fledgling club that we took from one win, 2013.
So send it long down the line.
The trajectory
trajectory has changed of late. And
Farewell
that brings about
to
change
Leon Cameron.
at the hill. Taranto, bit more flicked on by Ash, looked like a throw. Canelio gets it. Back to Taranto. He's caught by Plowman. Turned it over. Walsh, Silvani. Sard comes forward. Now Owies and Durden.
Farewell to Leon. Leon Cameron. Yeah, Leon Cameron. So, late shot. Hopefully he misses. Please miss it. Please miss. Please. Please miss.
Great kick, just got separation.
Start of the second quarter. West Coast kicked it behind.
Charlie was going to come back at him.
Or maybe just rushed. I bet you it was a
As I
rush.
said earlier,
And it was
Sam Taylor, but just
a rush, dang it.
This is a guy that's got plenty of range and
So,
length in his kick as
as
well.
the final seconds tick down of Leon Cameron's coaching career, Charlie Cameron comes in and miss. He's missed a lot. No, my big call. I don't think they can kick a goal in kick a point in 7 seconds. They won't. So close. Farewell, Leon Cameron. The Blues win by 5 goals. Thanks for everyone for tuning into this live stream. And stay tuned for my Gold Coast vs Western Bulldogs live stream next Saturday. And that's a really bad result for the Giants. Leon Cameron does not look happy at all. And yeah, I'll see you guys for another live stream next week.
That Carlton should win